desert sun. We're making magic with the things we've done. Laser engraving, carving the way. Resin printing, painting our own, painting on clay. Vegas nights, a 3D delight. We're pushing limits, reaching new heights. 3D HP in the city where dreams meet. Las Vegas, where creation is sweet. From the glittering casinos to the desert sun, we're making magic with the things we've done. Laser engraving, resin gray. Laser engraving, carving the way. Resin printing, painting our own, painting on clay. Vegas nights, a 3D delight. We're pushing limits, reaching new heights. 3 HP in the city where dreams meet. Las Vegas, where creation is sweet. In the city where dreams come alive, Las Vegas lights shining so bright. We're getting high on technology, no surprise. 3D HP, we're taking flight. From the glittering casinos to the desert sun, we're making magic with the things we've done. Laser engraving, carving the way. Resin printing, painting our own, painting on clay. Vegas nights, a 3D delight. We're pushing limits, reaching new heights. 3 HP in the city where dreams meet. Las Vegas, where creation is sweet. From the glittering casinos to the desert sun, we're making magic with the things we've done. Laser engraving, resin gray. Laser engraving, carving the way. Resin printing, painting our own, painting on clay. Vegas nights, a 3D delight. We're pushing limits, reaching new heights. 3 HP in the city where dreams meet. Las Vegas, where creation is sweet. In the city where dreams come alive, Las Vegas lights shining so bright. We're getting high on technology, no surprise. 3D HP, we're taking flight. From the glittering casinos to the desert sun, we're making magic with the things we've done. Laser engraving, carving the way. Resin printing, painting our own, painting on clay.
Hey, 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 welcome everybody. Welcome worldwide. We are live from Las Vegas, Nevada, live from the UK, live on YouTube, live on Twitch. How is everybody doing? Jerry.
And live from Henderson, Nevada.
Yes,
The
Henderson,
Beverly Hills of
Connecticut,
Las Vegas.
Hello,
Beverly
everybody in
Hills.
the chat. How are you doing today? I think we might be a little bit slower today. We have a lot of our maker friends are at Murph, but I've seen a lot of pictures, some videos. We might even have some people from Murph drop in on camera and give us a little walk around. So hello. How's everybody doing? Yeah, I my Stream Deck, I still haven't fixed it. I haven't worked on it, so I don't have my Jerry button working. If it'll screw up my audio, what I'm hearing from everybody else if I use it. So get to say hi to everybody. Let's see who all we got in chat. Let me go to the top here. Clayton from Hawaii. Hello. Montana Maker, channel member. Hello. Big Bad Joe, channel member. Hello. Dave Gatton. Hello. How are you doing, Dave? PC Van Lint, channel member. Hello. Delos Logos 3D Printing. Hello. I think he's a channel member. I know he's got a wrench, so he's a mod. Guy the Jedi. Hello. How are you doing? Yeah, last Wednesday, I forget the maker's name, Bearded something, I forget what his name was. He gifted like 5 or 10 channel memberships. So if you all of a sudden turn green, you're now a channel member. It was gifted to you. So I don't remember the name, but thank you very much. Dale McCormick, hello. Steve Smith, Hobby Maine, hello. Hope everybody's having an awesome day. And yeah, I've been printing aliens all week. I've been went on Gambody. They had a big sale going on, a couple of sales going on, and I purchased this file right here for like $17.50. There's a fifth one there that looks like Paul, where he's got his finger up. I'm just finishing up on the legs and the arms on the fifth alien. They're done in different colors of Polymaker. They're all about, I don't know, a foot to 18 inches tall. I took the base from each alien, put on X1 carbon. I made the base either 400 or 600%. As big as I could go on the X1 carbon, and that's what determined how big the alien would be that's on the base. And then in my garage, I was doing a little bit of rearranging. I'm not done, but here's how things kind of look moved around. And then I got my new banner made. I got 2 3 by 3 foot by 3 foot banners, and there's one of them. Now, right below that banner, that's where that big RF laser is going to go when it comes. It's on a cargo ship from China. It'll be here within the next 50 days, so that'll be really cool. And here's what that's going to look like once I get it. There's a picture. I've got 3 or 4 pictures along the side. That's a desktop. It weighs 200 pounds. It's a 40-watt RF laser, which means radio frequency. It does not have a CO2 tube in it, and it doesn't require any kind of water for cooling. There's another angle of it sitting on a cart. So that's about how big it is. Weighs a little over 200 pounds. Well, that'll be really fun to see when I go. That'll be fun to work with when I get it. Yeah, my house, I wish it was bigger. It's kind of small. It's 1,700 square feet in my house. Then it's got a 2-car garage attached. Hello, Betty Boop. How you doing today? And then my enclosed my patio, which is underneath my house, I put up a wall, like you guys know, like a year and a half ago, and I enclosed that. So anyway, what have you guys been up to? What's new? What's going on, Matt, Kenny?
I'm filling out some paperwork right now. So go to a meeting, what I want to attend to.
All right. How about you, Kenny? What's going on?
And I'm eating a granola bar, so back to you.
Hello, Dan. What's going on, Dan? 3D Print UK. Good to see you. Glad you could join in. Yeah, let's see. I got the poster behind me on the wall. That's 3 foot by 3 foot. I took my old banner and just flipped it around backwards because the blinds in the window underneath it were letting a lot of light in. So I just flipped the old banner. Then I put the new 3 by 3 up above it. So turned out pretty good. Then you can see on the far left above the J for Jerry, that's my X1 carbon working on a couple legs for one of the aliens right there.
Okay, I'm almost done with my clock.
Oh, nice.
The same one that, well, actually, same creator, but this is a different version that Scott turned.
That's looking really nice.
So I'm almost done with it.
Yeah, that looks different. It's a different style than the one I have. It looks like it's got a lot more parts in it.
Anyways, or I think you got version 2 and this is version 1. I don't know. Anyways, version.
Cutting in and out.
Oh yeah, almost done.
Very nice.
And then I got I finished up on a Porky Pig that we'll show later.
All right.
unless you still got the link up.
And then one of my viewers I've been chatting with, he's been emailing me some different things he's working on. His name is Russ Gare. He lives, I believe, in California. He sent me some files here that I cut out of my laser. And here's how it turns out. You put your cell phone in the top of this, aiming down in a dark room. That is a clear piece of plexiglass in there. And you basically shine a hologram. You get on YouTube, you find a hologram, you put it on your phone, put it face down, turn off the lights, and it looks like it's in midair. It's really cool. So that's something I've been working on there. And that's by Russ Gary. He's an online, one of my online friends here that's been emailing me some different things.
All right.
Yeah, Etsy has all kinds of really cool different clock files and things like that. It's like 12 to 14 layers. You can super glue them together and paint different parts as you build it. They're really cool.
Hi, Turkey.
Yeah, I won some filament last week. I received it a couple days ago on the printer. See how good it is. It seems to be pretty decent though. Fast, I can tell.
All right.
Hello,
Ready.
Dave.
Ready.
Okay.
Here's Porky Pig.
Porky!
I just think of bacon.
And that is from Red Dad Steve, the one that makes all the Looney Tunes stuff.
Yeah.
He also does Warner Brothers and other Hanna-Barbera characters. Forgot to tell you about that.
PC Man. PC Man. I'll get a hold of him and I'll find out where he got the file from, or if I can share it. And then I can possibly for next week. I'll find out about it.
You know, I watched a video a couple days ago where a woman saw that a hamburger is made out of ham. Cool. And I'm like,
yeah, Kieran used to come on all the time, and he's done a lot of models by Red Dad Steve. Just print out the different colors individually, glue it all together, and they're perfect. You don't have to worry about a multicolor printer and wasting a lot of filament. Just print them out exactly.
Yeah, I'm surprised with his talent that he's not a Patreon. He does that for free and just goes off donations.
I like him, you know. I like him a lot. I've done a few items, but what I see out there, what he does, I mean, it's just amazing. You know?
I'm trying to get him to do Spike the Dog from Tom and Jerry. But I guess one of my niece's husband, he's an oil derrick guy. What is that again?
Here's what that file looks like. I just painted it red and black. So basically, even if I didn't get the files, I can either recreate it myself or just by looking at it, somebody could make one. A couple of the lips on this are too long. You can see how the long piece on the end sticks out too far at the end. They should have been a little bit shorter. When I printed it, I didn't know. My Galaxy S23 just drops right down in there in the top. That sits on the top. You just have the two rectangular pieces on the side, which you cut, and then I painted them. And then once I glued the two sides and the back together, I set them on the base, spread it open a little bit. I found a piece of plastic that I had. I'm trying to think what that plastic is from. I don't remember. Oh, it's ABS, like using a vacuum former. When you make a mold for something in a vacuum former, that's what that ABS sheet is from. Then I just cut it and glued it in. Then I super glue the two pieces on the top. Then you take this piece, set it on the top, get on YouTube, find a video of a holograph where they show different ones. They're all over the place. Set your camera in the top, set that on there, turn off the lights, then it reflects on that plastic. And it looks like it's kind of like in midair. So, a very simple design. And one of the pieces, he had his logo here on the side. Nope, this one. kind of hard to see. I painted it, but it's got a logo there on the side. You can't really see it. Then on the other side would have been the two laughing faces, like something from the theater, and those are on the inside. So one of them should have been flipped. So I had to flip it around and repaint two parts. But very simple design, really cool. It's something different that you don't see every day. And I painted it red and black. Those are old theater colors, you know, red chairs, black walls in a movie theater. And it kind of reminds me of like a magic trick, like a prop. Because when I was a kid, I was into magic, and red and black is perfect for that. Hello, non-fam. How are you? But yeah, it's pretty cool. Let me make my screen smaller. Yeah, it's pretty much like a teleprompter. Yeah. Where a teleprompter, you lay your phone or whatever on the bottom, it would shine up on the screen. You'd have a hole in the back where your camera would shine through, and then you're looking directly at reading the screen on the prompter as you look at the lens, which is on the back side. But yeah, it's pretty neat. Oh, and then my sister, remember when I had my birthday stream, I showed different cards and things that I got. Well, one of the, I guess my sister said she had mailed me a second card. It got returned to sender for some unknown reason, but it should have came. It had the correct address and everything on it. And let me show it to you guys.
Yeah, not for long.
Yeah, I don't want to play it too long, get in trouble. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Just folds up. And my mother-in-law sent me a shirt. My wife saying, "What shirt do I have on?" She sent me a really cool tie-dye, and I'm wearing one of them right now. So. And I see I'm working on the aliens. My big white table behind me has all different kinds of colors. You can see some of them right here on the one side. I got different alien parts everywhere. I'm filming them with my Canon camera as I strip all the supports and glue them together. I'll be working on a video on it, and then I'll get them all painted. And they're small. Yes, they're going to get painted for the video. I'm not going to leave them in their multicolors as they come. They will definitely get done. And I contacted Soval, wondering when. Hello, Zay. How are you doing? Hello, Dale. Yeah, I contacted Sobel, wondering when they might be shipping my Sobel SV08. They said the end of July, so I guess sometime in August. We'll see how it goes. And if you have any makers out there want to drop in on camera, if we know who you are, you're welcome to come in and talk about your projects, what you're working on. As long as it's hobby related, you're welcome to self-promote anything that you're doing that's hobby related, like down the lines of what we normally talk about. But there's a link right there. And we are currently got 19 people watching, 16 on YouTube and 3 on Twitch. The drop game is set up and running. If you're on Trip, you can do what is it? Bang drop or exclamation mark drop in chat, and that'll get that going. Yeah, I'll be up and running by Christmas. Yep. And then that RF laser is on a ship, on a cargo ship on its way from China. I should get it within the next 50 days. And then I'll be able to make a lot of cool stuff, review it, and that'll be going out in the garage. It weighs a little over 200 pounds, so I'll have to get one of my neighbors to help me lift it and set it on the table. Because I can't think of anything that I have. Hello from Denmark. Hello, Denmark. How you doing today? Oh, thank you for subscribing on Twitch. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Awesome.
Yeah, I just spread a few places and people I put on Discord on Polymaker. People can join us from there and Facebook.
Appreciate that.
What I'm making right now, I'm making a fountain right now. It's one of those incense fountains where you put those little incense cones on top, and then it gets sucked through like a little tunnel and comes out of it like a lion fat. And it looks like a waterfall basically, like an old Roman style fountain, what we would see in like in the water, you know, that the line comes out. We have some step fountain over here too. And London, you see, I think it's quite a few of those.
Yeah, your mic doesn't appear to be
Alright.
but
Alright.
cutting in and out or something.
Let me check. Thank you for letting me know.
That's printer. The newer one. Yeah, I'm sure I showed it to you. That's the newer of the two tie-dyes. Yes. It matches everything in here real good.
Ah, now it should be better.
There you go.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I don't
All right,
know.
careful.
Before I go live, everything is fine. And when I go live, it switches. I have to keep an eye on.
Your dogs.
Anyway, what I was saying is basically make a fountain. You can use it for water or those little cone heads, incense burner. You put them on top, and then they get like the air gets sucked through the bottom, and the smoke comes out of the lion's mouth, and then falls down like a waterfall into like a little bowl. Yeah, let me see if I can pull up a picture of it.
Yeah, Hobby Main, I'm not sure if I got Twitch running properly. There's a lot of things I don't have set up properly in Twitch. So I'm not sure if the chair is going to work on it. I didn't see it pop up. Oh, and today we'll be giving away a roll of Polymaker filament later. Let me run the banner for it. It's here somewhere. Here it is.
And of course, my camera went offline again.
Yeah, I'm getting my camera ready now. All right, guys, this is it. That's what I'm printing.
Buzzer, man, why does this thing keep going offline?
Well, basically, they're gonna be like two little pieces what go in there, and then a little platform, and then the smoke basically comes out through here and falls into the little right there, and then overflows again into the bottom piece.
Mayhem 83 OG. Hello. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Here's a link, and we'd like to drop in on camera. If I know who you are, you're welcome to come in and hang out or talk about what you're working on or promote any of your products, what you got going on. You're welcome to self-promote your channels.
Yeah, I've been quiet for the last couple of weeks, but I was ill 3 weeks ago, and every week I feel better and better now, so I'm very good now. Still feel tired at times.
Yeah, with those two lights I got on the background of my dark blue shirt, it kind of matches my backdrop. I didn't realize that if I turned the lights on the alien, they felt beam up on it.
Yes. See if I have enough power on there. Yep. I'm gonna make myself big again.
I'm good.
Okay. I did make 2 reliefs. You can see one is first. I showed this one last week. And let me show a light through.
Oh, wow. Montana Maker, $20. Thank you very much. Thank you, my friend. I really appreciate that. Hold on, Matt. We got a button for that. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Awesome. Super chat.
And
Wow.
I made these. These are actually tiles from a famous circus here in the UK.
Those are
So,
flamingos.
Yeah.
Okay. Happy
And
late birthday. Thank you. Thank you.
yeah, very interesting. I'm printing them out to and a few other pieces like a mold piece to see if I can this one piece can be fixed because it have quite severe damage on it. So I'm trying to get in contact with one of the ceramic companies here that can take my mold and make a ceramic piece just for that, and then hopefully be able to glue it onto this piece what is broken, and without people recognizing that it ever was broken, you know. So,
I have a
yeah.
new video to share. Trevor from Navarre 3D sent me a new video that he taped this morning, so I'd like to share it with everybody. And when he gets around to it next week, he'll send me one from the mall. But this is from his main store. And if you guys remember last year, for a very long time, I would always share videos from Trevor with Navarre 3D out of Florida because he has a 3D printing store. He sells printers, filament, resin, all kinds of cool stuff. And I got a video right here I'd like to run. He sent me this morning. I'm not sure if he's watching or not, but here goes the video.
Hey Jerry, good morning. Happy Saturday.
Thank you.
Anyway, I figure I'd make you a quick little video here, just in case we don't get on this morning. But she's full of spunk today. Anyway, it's been a good week. We got the S1s in. Got a bunch of those. Got this thing set up. It's not bad, you know. A few pluses and minuses, but otherwise it's pretty good. We got a super big shipment of R3D in. We'll be clearancing that out this next week probably. We have so much filament in now. It's crazy. Got all the tricolors, sparkly stuff.
Can you guys hear the audio?
Still putting it out. Say hi. Let's see, lots of chitty techs, as you can see. I'm going to start pulling those out and selling them. I've been doing a lot of repairs this week. You see, it's still early, so the parking lot's empty for the day, but let's see, this week we got, I think we had the same chitty techs in last time I talked to you. We got a A1 Mini in, another bamboo in, more and more chitty techs. We get a lot of those in for repairs. We work with them, so got a Q1 and a X Smart 3, more of the CRM 4s. Those things are just trash. What else? This week we got that's a K1C, I believe. We got some old Taz bots here. Taz 5 and a 6 from the base. Got a bunch of parts done for a machine shop, the base, and the Tough Mudder guys. That's about it. Everything else looks about the same here. We got the Optimus still is up and running. We're going to convert that over to Clipper one of these days, like the Modex. But we'll probably wait until we get the Modex actually running well, reliably. Back here's where I got all the other bamboos set up. Another down M4, brand new out of the box with problems, just like the other 3 or 4 of them. And we got more bamboos back here. Probably making you dizzy here, sorry. Still got the resin room in here. Let's see if I can zoom out a little bit. All right. Talk to you later, Jerry. Have a good one, man.
Very cool. Hey, Vincent, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, everybody. Yeah, it's going okay. Don't mind the mess.
Red Light. Hey, what's going on, Red Light? Yeah, he's going to send me another video next week. I was
Red light.
asking where his lasers were, his
Yeah.
fiber lasers. And he has them over at his store in the mall. That's nice to see. I'll show that again later during the stream for those people that drop in later on. What's new, Vincent? How you been?
I've been tinkering around with some stuff. Finally got my filament in so I can start finishing the Atlantis. So I'm gonna do that next week. Picked up a motherboard and a water cooling system for my cloud storage that I want to build. And I picked up an old Cooler Master case, a big one of those old stacker cases that can handle like 10 drives, 10 bays in the front.
Can we see your Atlantis for those that didn't see it in the
Oh
prior
yeah,
week?
of course. Hold on.
You
Don't
never
mind the
know.
mess because it's very hot here, and I mean switching everything. So
We all have a mess somewhere in the house.
I broke it 10 times
Yeah,
already,
don't
man.
break it.
Like
huge.
the last time. Oh, that's a stand. And I 3D printed this part. It's gonna be like here. And 3D printed this one. But I want to replace this one because this one is not so nice. Look, I had the settings wrong. So I hope I can finish it next week. We'll see what happens. And then I'm tinkering around with the Arduino with the lighting system. That's a whole new ball game for me, that Arduino stuff. So
Yeah, very nice.
And I was making some aerial shots with the TTI drone for my new intro when I'm gonna start finally making some videos again.
Oh, good, cool.
So been learning again how to fly because it was about 2.5 years ago the last time that I've flown.
No, it's a long time.
I see a lot of people's videos. They'll just park them up in the air, watching what they're doing, and they'll just sit there for like a half hour or whatever and film what's going on, not move. It's pretty cool. And then they can set them up to track them when they're driving. It's really neat.
Hold on, let me check if I can. How was it again? Screen, entire screen. This one, share. I was tinkering around with it, with the settings and everything, and I've flown it off the balcony straight in the air. So I'm learning to fly smoothly for cinematic stuff.
Oh, nice. Can you make the camera lens zoom in or out, or you have to physically fly it in or out?
Yeah, you can zoom in out a little bit, but not much.
All right.
And this is shot in 1080p 60 FPS.
Okay.
But I cannot fly for long here because, yeah, if the people see that you're flying with a drone with a camera, then not everybody appreciate that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm tinkering around a little bit with all that stuff. So yeah, the filament that I have used now is a little bit over 4 spools. Oh, it's lagging. My PC is doing some weird stuff today.
I know, mine too.
Yeah, I should have rebooted my computer this morning, but I had Bamboo Studio running, a bunch of things sliced, and I didn't want to lose it, so I didn't reboot before the stream like I should have.
Some lag in my camera also. And I've been tinkering around with one of those stream decks. That's cool stuff. That's awesome. And I also bought those lights from Elgato for the future.
Oh, nice.
Streaming stuff. So I have to pick it up yet. I should looking for the power supply. Hold on. I'll show you. This is the main board for the server.
Oh, cool.
And there's it's always a mirror image. See, 8 SATA ports so far, and there's going to be another SATA controller on there for like 10 drives.
Yeah.
So I picked this up for like $10. That's an i7 system.
Oh, wow. Good
With the
deal.
water cooling and everything. The guy stopped because he was working with custom loop, and he said he can pick it up from for cheap. Okay.
Very nice. Great deal.
Yeah. So I was 3D printing this part. So basically, this is a part of the stand. See? Okay, I finally got the K1 figured out.
So it's printing good for you now?
Yeah. Slow down the printer. It's a good printer. Oh, you can go fast even with the fast speed, high speed filament. Slow down. Just slow down. The print will be way better.
Are you using Orca slicer with it?
No, I'm just using the original Reality slicer.
Okay.
So far, and it's working. And sometimes with some stuff that I have to separate, then I use the bamboo slicer for that. I'm still learning how that stuff works.
Hey, Sergio.
So yeah, that's what I've been doing so far, and I picked up a PS5 for my son.
That's the newest one that just came out, right? Like a year ago?
The new Slim edition. It's about
Okay.
6 months old, I think now. Slim
Yeah,
version.
they're always really hard to get a hold of. And you got to wait like a year to buy one.
Oh, this one I could get it very easy, and it was on sale for 500.
I've got an
Normally
Xbox.
those things are 600 here.
I've got an Xbox 360 in the living room with like 20 games. Haven't played it in years. Can't sell it for nothing, but I'm not going to throw it out. I'll just keep it because it does work.
Yeah. It's the same with me. I've got a PS4 underneath my desk on the side, wall mounted, and then I've got like GameCube, Nintendo Wii, an older Xbox, original PlayStation, and the PlayStation Mini, and I got a couple of consoles in the back, still in the cabinets somewhere.
Yeah.
That I'll have to look for.
They
are not going to be sold.
My wife has what do you call that thing? It's got the little screen with the little controllers on the side, or you can play it on TV. It's called I forget what it's called. You slide the controllers onto the screen, or you take them off, and then you just watch it on TV. The games
Nintendo something. What's it called again?
Yeah, Switch.
Switch.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. She's got one of those in the living room, but she never plays it. I told her I need to hook it up on her bedroom TV since she's never in the living room. So.
Yeah, I've got my account for
computers. I like chain guns. I like shooting things. My favorite game of all time is Elite Dangerous in VR. But with VR, you're real limited because if you don't know all your controls that you can't see, or have voice command, then it's difficult. But being out in outer space, flying up to a planet or a space station, and you're looking around in VR at this giant planet, it is so cool. It's unbelievable. That's all I can say. When they first came out with, I'm sorry, I'm still rattling on. When they first came out with a Vive, it was almost $1,000, and I couldn't dig up the money quick enough. I would have sold my truck at the time if I had to and rode a bicycle, because I've waited since 1990 for VR, and it finally came out. I had to have it. I was going to go with Oculus. I went with Vive. Love it. But anyway, before I got into 3D printing, I was a gamer, heavily into gaming. And then I got stuck on everything else that I'm doing. I still have a lot of games, but I'm usually not playing games as much as I used to. But yeah, I just turned 60. I love playing games. I'll never grow up. Why should I? I can act my age when I need to, and the rest of the time I don't act my age.
Yeah.
And if people don't like it, that's just how I am. I think most people like that.
A friend
Yeah.
of mine brought the new VR from the PS5, the VR2, and I played some Horizon. That's crazy. I never played VR with 4K screens in it. Man, that was so crazy. And the funny thing is, with the new VR system of PS5, there's not a lot of wires. So it's easy to do. And the controllers that you have in your hands, those things are awesome. They work
Hey,
so
Patrick.
good.
Gotta
Bummer.
make the money. Make the money. Love to
Got-
have you whenever you're available. Keep up the great content. Patrick has a wonderful channel. He live streams every 2 weeks. He does lots of laser engraving on his fiber laser. He is an awesome dude. So everybody go check out Light Source Engraving. Laser Makers Run.
Aren't everybody now at that festival for 3D printing? I saw somebody live streaming an hour ago. What was it? Murph or something?
I think Nero was streaming this morning. I'm not sure who else has. I've been on here waiting to get going since 10 o'clock. I always come in a StreamYard 2 hours early. I get everything running. I just kind of hang out here. Then Matt comes in early. And then Kenny pops in a little early. We just chit chat until we go live.
Okay. Yeah, so for me so far, I'm tinkering around. I've got some issues with my PC, and I'm gonna switch out my screens. I've got 32-inch curved screens, and I gave my old 27s to my son, but those are mounted, and I cannot
Hey,
mount
Rodney
these. So I'm gonna get those 27s back and give these to my son. So I've got a little bit more space, and one of them is going to be vertical when I'm reading some files.
I've got Doom on this computer. I haven't played in a long time, but my favorite weapon was a chain gun. I've always loved chain guns. I wish I was rich and I could have one in real life and had a big property where I could line up old cars and just mow them down. I would love to have it. I would love to fire a real chain gun. That would be so cool. And yes, I know you probably, if I had the money, there's places I could go and probably use that, pay for the ammo and rent them. But it'd be really cool to fire a chain gun.
Big Sandy out in Arizona twice a year. Big shoot in Arizona. Big Sandy. Matter of fact, that's the website. Big Sandy.
Matt,
Okay.
are you tearing down your place or something?
No, it's the biggest. It's the
Yeah, of
biggest
course.
machine gun shoot in the world.
Uh-huh.
It's in Arizona.
Yep.
That's cool. Yeah, so I sold all my airsoft stuff. Yeah, a couple of days ago. Everything is outdoors.
Yeah, I'm sure there is in Vegas. I don't have the funds to go search it out, so I'll just go with the game version.
I'm all in Call of Duty. I'm always like, I like saws and stuff like that. The big. Matter of fact, I even got a picture coming off my helicopter. I have an M60, that I'm holding, coming off, off of the flight.
Mm-hmm.
They said, "You're a big dude. You carry the M60." I'm like, "Thanks."
Yeah, I think somebody shared a picture on Facebook. I'm not sure who it was, but I guess Nero either sold or gave them his SVO8, and they were at Murph. They showed the picture there. They were asking questions about it, but I don't know. I'm assuming he gave it to somebody, but I don't know. But I've seen a picture of it sitting on a table. So, at least I think that's where the picture came from. SBC 3D, hello. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a great day. Oh, he gave away like a dozen printers. Oh, wow. Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to try to finish it this week, and I got a couple of other projects that I still got to finish.
Yeah, I remember seeing his videos when it came out, since he's on the Warren team and everything he had to say about it. I remember that. Yeah, and like I said, I messaged Sobol and they said mine will ship at the end of July, so sometime in August. And the poly dryer from Polymaker I thought would be in at the end of June. Looks like that's going to be sometime next month. So as soon as those are back in stock, I got a poly dryer with an extra storage container coming. I'll be doing some videos on it. And I can show you some of the pieces on my alien here. I'll roll over my dog.
What's I doing?
When I got these files off of Gambody, ladies and gentlemen, Zachary's popping in. Hey,
Hey,
Zach.
hey. How
you
is
doing?
everybody doing?
Real good. There was 4 aliens. It was like $17.50 on sale. So I took the base of the alien. I made it as big as I could on X1 carbon. And then that's going to be a Paul once he's done. And then I got his legs and arms. So there's four more aliens that I printed that are just grays, not a Paul. And I took their bases. I made them as large as I could. This was increased to 400%. The other aliens were either 400 or 600% based on how big I could make the base. Now, Paul was attached to his head. So in Bamboo Studio, I sliced it, just cut the head off and printed it separately. So I'll glue everything back together. Then I'm kind of filming everything as I go. So I'll have a time lapse of all the aliens on the screen, and then I'll come in where I cut into where I'm pulling off all the supports on it, gluing it all together. We'll admire all the awesome Polymaker colors that we have here, and then I'll prime and paint everything in the video whenever I get all that done. But I got a couple more parts to print on the last alien. Cool. Zachary, what is going on, my friend? How have you been? What's new with you? And you're not a
No. There was a discussion going on at Remurf if people were going to Murph, yes or no. So I went for the 3D Printopia. So yeah, I mean I cannot go to every event that it's going on. I want to, but I can't. So yeah, no, I was working on my iFactory 1. It's built, but now the fine-tuning, calibration stuff is going to come. But the problem is that because of this, it was from somebody else. Can I switch my nano?
Nanopolymer adhesive is the best that I found in the world. If you're tired of glue stick, I put these on all my textured beds just to make sure that things don't list. Squirt on a little bit, take a brush, wipe it out. Good for many prints. These are around $50 a bottle for a big bottle. You can buy smaller bottles. It is excellent stuff. I love nanopolymer adhesive. I buy these from TH3D.
And it keeps for a very long time. But anyways, so the iFactory 1, this is running Octoprint. So I got in here because it was password protected. I'm in, but the board, the controller board, it's not recognized. So I thought let's take from the focus the screen, since it is a maker base board in there, but this connector is a little bit too big. Doesn't fit. Because I want to see if there is power on the board, the controller board, that it is going to work. But it doesn't. It doesn't. I cannot see if the board is running, yes or no, but the Octoprint doesn't communicate with the controller board. I've tried different kind of boards, and every single time I don't get any solution or response back. So yeah.
Also, I suggest is ask on socials. I ask questions all the time, and people don't answer me. That happens on socials too. So I'm not sure what to say. I don't have that particular.
Martin from iFactory, he said if there is anything, just contact me and we are willing to help. But I want to figure it out for myself because it's a big learning curve. The more I learn by trying, failing, Trying again. I learned.
Well, I've got a picture here I forgot to share.
Picture of me.
Hobby Main sent me this over on my Discord. It says Ziltech Candy Sky Silk Rainbow PLA and Polymaker Gold Silk PLA. Really nice. Almost looks like a drawing. It looks really good. Very nice, Hobby Main, if you're still in chat.
So yeah.
Hello, Pete. How you doing today? Hey, Red Light, how was Murph?
Was he at Murph?
Yeah, he said he just came back.
Ooh. But is he also going to Sunday back there?
I'm not sure.
I think somebody has a PlayStation 5.
I
think
swear.
I think
Vincent.
most people probably have them.
I don't.
I don't.
I picked one up yesterday.
You know, let's say it like this. I don't have a PlayStation 5, but I didn't say there is a PlayStation 5 in house. My
Yeah, I think my-
oldest daughter, she has one.
Yeah, look,
Oh
this is
my-
one I picked up for $50. An old original big
Master.
Cooler Master case
Wow.
for my server. Look,
And
Nice.
be my guest. I got tired of looking at
all hard drives.
Wow.
Nice.
No dents, nothing in it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, my PC out in the garage has hard drives, and then in here I don't have hard drives. And the one I built in here.
They used to go for like 150 euros or 200.
these cases, brand new, were over €350.
Yeah.
Brand new. I bought this one a couple of months ago for about 50, and everything was still with it. So all the parts, all the wheels, every screw, everything, every plug, everything. The guy was completely done with it, and then he saved everything.
I don't blame him.
So
Those things get heavy.
yeah, that's not. This one is, if I'm correct, 14 kilos, empty.
I don't
So
get
there's
it, man.
nothing in it yet.
Red Light's a scrapper, and he says he scraps cases like that. He gets all kinds of electronics. and
Don't
stuff.
man. Tinkers love those things for server application and DIY Plex server stuff. Those things are awesome. Or
Well, set them aside,
building
Red
like
Light, and throw them up on Marketplace. You never know what
and-
might sell on Marketplace.
10 Raspberry Pis in it or anything else. I've got another one underneath my desk over there that's running Plex with 8 hard drives.
I just don't get it.
I'm gonna build my own cloud because I don't want to be dependable of like Google Cloud or Live Mail or anything else. So I can run my own stuff.
Whatever. I swear, if two parts line up from that clock, I'd be amazed. The last
Jeff,
two
did you-
the last two
Benedict,
rings.
did you get
Go ahead.
Jeff Benedict? Do you get the business card, and are you happy with it? Good, Kenny.
The last two rings, the seconds, and then the next layer, the hours, they're not lining up. And I don't know what the issue is. I don't know if the guy just didn't design it right or whatever. But like when you lay down the hours layer, it covers the seconds, the little mark or the minute markers. So it's like, what's the point of making that ring if it's going to cover it?
Maybe you have the wrong way around.
No, you just stack these layers and glue one to the next one. They're layers. Whatever.
Hey, say it again. I was
All
on
right.
some different screen.
Okay. Okay. See the second markers?
Yeah.
Okay. Or I keep saying second minute markers. There's the ring. I finally got one that printed, you know, with the hours or whatever.
Yeah.
So you go to lay it down. I mean, I haven't stained it yet or anything like that, and it covers it.
It doesn't make any sense, Kenny.
Mine is on the top of it, but you can still see the marks. When you lay that perfectly on the edges, you can still see the second marks.
Yeah, you got it. You have a different version though. And anyway.
Well, that's how it should be.
It will still tell time. So okay.
Once you find the center hold where you would hang it on the wall, you put the second one on there. The second's wound up. Put the other ring. There should be enough of it cut out that you can still see all the little marks for the seconds or for the minutes.
Or I can
the second.
Or I could sand it down. You know, the ring. And actually, there's not that much room because it's right up to the edge.
Yeah, when I done the problem I had with my video is Scott was talking on a live stream about which file he used, and I went and I purchased that, and it worked out fine. Once I did my video, I didn't know where that link was that I used because I logged in through Etsy with 2 different names and blah, blah, blah. So I went to Etsy, I found one, I said, oh, that must have been it. I copied it and I shared that link, but it was a bad file and people couldn't burn part of it. So after like a week of a few people like you having trouble, I went and found the correct one where I logged in, and then I shared the proper one. But I was sharing the wrong one in the video when I first did it. They weren't all the same. Somebody somehow screwed the one up that looked like mine, and part of it you couldn't burn. Hello, Sebastian. Hello, how you doing?
It'll be. And by the way, I'm not. You know, I sound pissy, but it's just that's a lot of time. Those things are a lot of time to put together.
That's why it took a few days to put mine together because I had to paint some parts and glue this for that, and I got frustrated, so I went and watched TV. The next day, you see me in the video, I had a different colored shirt on. I came back and worked on it. And then the second one I was going to make that I burned like a month ago, it's still sitting on my kitchen table, lined up in different sections and pieces. I still haven't put it together, painted it. It's been there for at least a month now. So I just get busy working on other things or watching some show on Netflix or Disney or whatever. I need to get it put together.
Yep.
Yeah,
Scott,
Mark, how you doing?
Scott, you probably got a different version than because I've actually paid for 2 versions now.
He just put it together. Yeah, I do. Yep. And all the stuff in the living room we took down at Christmas, Brandy, you need to put the other stuff back up because all those shelves on that big wall unit is still empty. So I don't want to hear about let's put the clock together, honey.
Yeah, speaking of Christmas, you know, this year's damn near half shot already.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. If she waits much longer, she can just put the Christmas stuff back up. It's dust off the shelves.
I mean, like I said, I've had a few jobs in this valley, and I think one of them was either a plumber or a tow truck driver. And I remember on Rancho, knock on somebody's door. It was like in the middle of summer, and they opened up their house, and it was all Christmas inside, lit up like Christmas, and it was summertime. I'm like, okay, you know, Christmas time, okay, during the summer.
Yeah, Mark H. A lot of the makers usually come on here weekly. They're at Murph right now, and sometimes they pop in and show us around a little bit. Sometimes they don't, but I'm here each and every Saturday. Always. I've been doing this for like 2.5 years now. Every Saturday. I used to be. I don't remember. Wasn't it, Matt? Didn't I used to be on Wednesdays a long time ago? Or then I moved.
No, that was
Thursday.
Liam, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've always done Saturdays, I guess.
I think it was also on Thursday sometimes.
During the week, I try not to do it because I assume a lot of people are working and they're just getting off work and they don't want to hang out watching a stream. So I always pick the weekends. Even though I'm retired and every day is Saturday to me, I try to pick. I thought Saturday would always be a good day.
picked up some spools to finish it.
What brand of filament is that?
Isan High Speed.
Oh, nice.
So
I haven't used
and
much
these
Easton, but I've heard good things about Easton.
11 euros a spool at the moment. So I thought by myself, pick up 4 spools so I can finish my projects.
Nice.
Because normally you pay 23 euros a spool here. I cannot find them cheaper.
I don't understand this comment. I guess it's related to something weird somebody was talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Tim in Canada popping in. Tim, what's going on?
Hey, Tim.
Hi, guys. How's it going?
Real good. And the Barbie printer. I like
Barbie.
Good.
Yeah.
The Barbie printer.
Making some big changes around here. You'll notice I got rid of a printer that people are going to shake their head and say, why did you get rid of that printer?
Yeah, why did you do that, Tim?
Because it was too big and taking up too much room and I wasn't using it enough.
The Rad Rig 500?
Good reason.
Yeah, it went to a good home though. It went to a local company here in Calgary that has 12 Rat Rig 500 millimeter printers. And they have, I don't know what it's called, but it's something that would probably not fit in the ceiling of this basement. It's a massive printer. And they do props and creative artwork and art pieces for movie sets and all kinds of stuff. So they said, if you ever need a print, just give us a call. So yeah. And then what I've been doing as well is I took the big screen and hung it off the ceiling finally. My main little camera that I'm on right there is hanging right there. I've got another camera that's right there. Oh, right there. We got a camera, and I'm going to be having a third one here. So, and then we're going to have this kind of a view as well. So, yeah.
Man,
just changing up some stuff.
You just did the barbershop effect.
The barbershop effect. Oh, yeah.
When you're sitting across, if the barbershop has chairs on both sides, the mirrors.
Oh, yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
Tim,
Because when I was a kid, I used to go like, wow, look at that,
My overhead is crooked?
Yeah, your overhead view look crooked.
A little bit, yeah.
Just a little bit. While we're watching, we can help you with it if you want to adjust it. Got a ladder?
Oh, no, I don't need a ladder. Hang on. I can just walk around.
Like style, man. Everything's crooked.
Isn't that the way things go these days? Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's referred to the
Oh,
government.
yeah. Perfect.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Right about there.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Maybe
Again,
it's just me, but I don't notice those things.
well, it's coming on an angle as well, right? So it's not shooting straight on the desk. Because that might not be bad right there.
Oh, it looks
and then
great.
I've got this other Insta360 link I'm going to be working, but I've got a few things coming today, 2 things coming today from Amazon that are going to allow me to hook up these USB cameras through my A10 Mini, and I'm going to have a little bit more control over that, and it's going to take a lot of resources off of my computer because I'm going to have 4 cameras running off the ATEM now, which will take all that resource off of the computer, and the ATEM will handle all that processing. So I probably don't need to look at another computer now either. So yeah,
I wanted to get an ATEM a while back when I had the money, but I'm like, wow, it doesn't take USB for my cameras. It's only HDMI, so there's no way I can utilize it.
Well, I got a couple things coming from they're called they're made by the OS bot. The camera.
Have a great day. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, they're made by the same people that makes OBS bot cameras, the OBS bot cameras, and it's a box where you plug your USB source in. It shoots out an HDMI source for your Stream Deck, or for your A10 Mini Pro. Now they're pricey if you buy them locally. They're $200 and something each. I took a chance. We'll see. Knock on wood. I took a chance. Bought them off AliExpress. The exact same thing, same brand, everything for $68 a piece. We'll see. If they're knockoffs and I lose a bit, so be it. But if they work, I've saved myself a ton of money. So
AliExpress, you think that'd be $10?
See, 60 something dollars, $70 is expensive on AliExpress. Yes, but if they sell locally for over $200, that's a deal. So
Yeah. Well, let us know how they turn out.
Yeah, we'll
That's
see.
still
Yeah, for sure.
too rich for my blood at 60 a piece. Those banners came out really good. I Googled banners. I randomly picked a place, I think in California, and I got them for like, they're $68 for both of them, 3x3.
Cool.
And I had them put the holes in the corners, those metal rivets, so I can put nails and stuff in them.
Yeah. Very cool. Oh, I just noticed Jose said hi. So hi, Jose.
Hi.
Let's see. I got a. Where is it at?
Who said hi there?
Yeah, there's one in the garage I put up. It's 3 foot by 3 foot.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I got one behind me on the wall.
Nice.
Whatever the default thickness was in the vinyl, I don't know, but it's perfectly fine. It's plenty heavy. When I first looked at them, I was looking at a 6x3, and I wanted them to duplicate the image and cut it down the middle. And then I realized I called them. I had to go to a custom link, and then I talked to a guy, and anyway, it worked out. And then he gave me, I think, 10% off. And I'm happy with what I got for the price.
There, that's better. Does this show up on camera? Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Oh man.
Red light. You have Watt and Scrap. And Jeff says he just got the card that I sent him. My fiber laser, I engraved a couple pictures on a card for him, mailed it to him with a sticker. And then he tipped me on PayPal. I appreciate it very much. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I think that those pictures are coming out amazing on those business cards. And they're really super heavy duty business cards. And they're actually heavy enough that you could use that business card for self-defense if you needed to. If, like using a key to defend yourself if you didn't have anything else, that business card would be perfect for that. I'm glad you like it, Jeff. So what do you got planned this weekend, Tim? Are you closed on the weekends at your shop?
Yes. Yeah, we're closed this weekend. Not doing much. We have a outdoor water ban, so we can't fill the pool, can't do anything this weekend, even though it's super hot. So because of that major water main that was broken here. Thank you to San Diego for sending us those 2 pipes, which is going to help us fix it quicker. So yeah, but nothing planned other than may go to a movie tonight and get ready for tomorrow's stream. I'm streaming tomorrow. I don't know if you saw Richard is streaming tomorrow at noon.
Yes, I've seen that.
For the first time in a while. So he's coming back. So yeah. And I got my stream ready for tomorrow. I'm going to be building the hot end for Barbie. So Barbie's going to get a hot end. So
yeah, I don't know if he ever watches my lives on Saturday. I never see him in chat, but yeah, he used to stream all the time and then gets dropped off. Then he came back, then he dropped off again. So hopefully he'll come back and be on live.
Yeah, he took some time off for a while to, for other reasons. But yeah, I think he wants to come back and make it a more consistent thing now. So yeah.
That'll be nice to see. Is he did he find another co-host to be on with him or no?
No, I don't think so. Not yet. So
it makes it easier to stream. You got somebody to bounce stuff off of than going solo. You do everything solo, but I think it's easier if you have a partner or somebody.
Yeah, I've been thinking of maybe inviting somebody to come on my streams, but I'm going to look at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Scott with Edge of 3D. What's up, Scott?
Hey, Scott.
How's it going, everybody?
How's it going?
Continue on, Tim.
Oh, that's okay. No, that's all I was saying. And then I've got this little. We're going to poke Barbie on Sunday as well because we printed this little poke nozzle probe for the mini stealth burner. So it's pretty cool. It uses plastic as the spring. So it's going to be interesting to see how this works. So, yeah.
Yeah, I seen your thumbnail. Barbie gets poked or something like that. It's funny.
Yeah. Figured I'd make it eye-catching. I was going to say Barbie get poked and prodded and probed, but because the
Channel
poke is
member
a probe.
Simon Snow. Hello, hello. How are you doing? What the hell was I going to say? I don't remember. Yeah, whatever you can do in the thumbnail to get people to watch. You know, but there's so many thumbnails I see out there I've clicked on, and the thumbnail has nothing to do with what's actually in it. And whatever you see in the thumbnail is not actually in the video. They should at least be in the video somewhere if you're going to have it in the thumbnail.
Well, exactly.
Whatever it is. There you go.
So I will be poking Barbie or poking and probing. So we'll do that.
That's my job. I'm
That sounds
Ken.
so wrong.
Okay, that's my job. I'm Ken. Okay, so
okay. Fortunately, I do have, and I needed a dragon hot end, and I didn't think I had one, but I found one. So, brand new dragon hot end that I haven't used yet. So you need the dragon for the poke. So that's cool.
By the way, in all my years with girlfriends, I did have one time I dated a Barbie.
Oh, did you? Well, that's good. Coincidence or not, you know?
Oh, you talk about coincidence? At one time, I had a landline that ended 007, and my license plate was 007.
Oh, that's funny.
And
So,
I mean,
Scott,
I didn't ask for it, and it was at the same time.
No Murph, Scott, huh?
No.
Oh yeah, Murph's on this weekend, isn't it? That's right.
I got home from San Francisco from Open Sauce. That was a nightmare because our flight was late leaving out of San Francisco, so I missed my connection in Denver. They put me on the next flight in Denver. That one boarded a half hour late, and then once we were on the plane, we sat there on the ramp for another hour and a half. So actually, the next flight out of Denver arrived here in Wichita 20 minutes before I got here. And then I had to turn around and leave about 13 hours later and head over to the Middle East for a couple of days. I just got home at 3 o'clock this morning. So
wow.
Did you hear about the flight from Las Vegas, I think, to Mississippi the other day? They're a couple miles from the airport, and they're 500 foot off the ground, flying over houses, which kind of freaked everybody out.
That was Oklahoma City, I believe, where that was.
Yeah, Vegas somewhere, but 500 foot.
Yeah, it was a Southwest Airlines flight out of Vegas, but I believe that was Oklahoma City where that happened at. So,
wonder how they screwed that up, but that's too damn low.
Yeah, who knows? I'm sure that the FAA will figure it out, but
yeah.
Anyway, no, it was a rather interesting trip getting home from San Francisco because, like I say, we got to the airport and our flight was late leaving, and I had a tight connection and missed my connection out of Denver, so they put me on the very next one. And when we went to the gate to start loading that, the plane was late coming in, so it was 30 minutes late boarding. And then once we got on the airplane,
sorry guys,
to wait on maintenance people because the airplane had a bird strike on its way in, and the maintenance people had to inspect the leading edge slat. So we sat there at the gate for an hour and a half, and like 5 gates down from us, yet another flight coming to Wichita boarded and departed and got to Wichita 20 minutes before we did. So,
wow.
Anyway, it's flying. When you got time to spare, go by air. Unless you can afford to buy your own airplane. But
that's crazy. Sitting there for an hour and a half. They had at least had air conditioning, right?
Well, they had ground air, which, you know, that puts a little bit of cooled air in the airplane, but sitting out in the hot sun in Denver, no, it doesn't keep it cool inside. So they wound up opening one of the service doors on the back and let air blow through the plane. That helped a little bit. But
so big planes do not have air conditioners on them. They just go with outside air.
I don't know. They do have air conditioners. They have air conditioning systems on them that are powered by the APU system, but they have the APU shut down on it because they were doing an inspection on it. So if you ever notice at the gates, they have those great big, they're usually yellow hoses, about 24 inches in diameter, and they connect up on there's a panel that opens on the airplane, and they connect up on there. That's actually ground air that's cooled or heated air that they pump into the airplane so that they're not having to sit there and run the APU burning expensive jet fuel. And so, once it was determined we were going to be there for a little while, they shut the APU down to power everything on the plane. And I mean, it wasn't uncomfortable, but
Yeah.
Now once they get up to altitude, no, they don't need air conditioning. They use bleed
Yeah.
air off the engines, and when you're at 37,000 feet and it's 50 degrees below zero, the air is plenty cold coming in. But that's also why when you fly long flights, you wind up with very dry sinuses and everything else because air coming in is super dry. So you're breathing zero humidity air, and it just dries out your sinuses and everything like that. That's
Phoenix,
part of
thank you very much for resubscribing on Twitch. I appreciate it very much.
People think breathing that air makes you sick as well, but don't they filter that air that comes in and it's recirculated and filtered over and over?
No.
No, really?
No. So the cabin pressurization is maintained by the bleed air coming in off of the engines. Have you ever noticed when you're sitting at the gate and they push back and all of a sudden all the air vents shut off and you hear the engine starting to spool up and then the air vents come back on? That's because they're shutting off the air going into the cabin, and they use that air to blow through the engines to start them, because the engines don't have the big engines don't have an electric starter like you would think of. They use air pressure flowing through the engine to start them. So they take the bleed air off the APU, which is what's providing air conditioning in the cabin, and they take that and that's what they use to start the engine. But once you get up to altitude, it uses the pressurized air coming in, and then it has valves that let the air out, and it's basically like an air pressure or an air tank, and it's pumping air in it all the time, and then it's a bleed valve letting the air out, and that's how they maintain the cabin pressurization, is by the bleed valve letting the air out. So it's a constant turnover of fresh air coming into the plane.
That is
Vincent,
cool.
what are we looking at?
The pictures that you seen was from somebody in Amsterdam 2 weeks ago that got sucked in the engine before takeoff.
Oh, show us again. Is that why one of them was red?
Hold on. This is the back side.
Oh, come on, dude. You don't show this.
No, he just showed us. Now he's explaining what it was. He's re-showing us.
This is the inside of the engine.
Yeah, I seen the one years ago where guys in front of a jet fighter on an aircraft carrier, I think it was, and he got sucked in the engine. That was just unbelievable.
This person was still wearing his protective gear. You can even imagine something like that. He was too close, basically, and got sucked in.
Ladies and gentlemen, Phoenix is popping in. Hey, Phoenix, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, guys.
Hey, man.
How are you?
By the way, in the Army, they one of the instructional videos they show you, because I was a helicopter crew chief, they showed a video of a guy walking into a tow rotor.
Yeah.
Wasn't pretty.
Yeah, that happened in Vegas here when I was a little kid. They had tours out of the dam, and there was a chopper place out by Hoover Dam, and of course they didn't show it on TV. Some lady got off the chopper and immediately ran the wrong direction. I don't know if she got around the person directing her where to walk to, but she walked right into a tail rotor. So,
ouch.
Shame.
Yes, Edwin. They think it's a suicide, but the one newspaper said it's a suicide. The other one said he got sucked in. So,
wow.
About 50, maybe 45, probably 45 years ago, somewhere thereabouts, Air Midwest, when they would come into the Garden City, Kansas airport, they would only shut down the left engine. They would leave the right engine running on those metro liners and unload passengers and reload, because excuse me, had that backwards. They'd shut down the right engine, leave the left engine running because the air stair doors, no, I got that backwards. Left engine down, right engine running. Anyway, a little girl got off the airplane and she had a little doll or something like that she was carrying. And Western Kansas is always windy. And that doll blew out of her hand and blew under the airplane. and that little girl ran underneath there. And of course, that blade sat over there spinning at 2,400 RPM, and it was instantly over with for her.
Yeah.
After that, company-wide policy was the air stair, the door did not get unlatched until both engines had completely stopped turning.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, sad deal, bad deal, but yeah, she just come down off the air stair and, holding her mom's hand or her dad's hand, whatever it was, and she had this little toy in the other hand, and the wind blew it out of her hand, and she just turned and ran after it, and it blew right underneath the fuselage, and she ran underneath that fuselage to grab it, and there's an invisible prop right there. When they're spinning at that kind of speed, you can't see them, especially from a side profile. And that's why on helicopter tours, they never unlatch the door to let passengers in and out until there's crew members standing aft of that door to prevent people from walking to the back of the aircraft. And also in the same thing, when you go through the briefing before you take a flight in a helicopter, part of the briefing is explaining to you that in the event of an emergency landing or anything like that, when you exit the helicopter, you only go towards the front of the helicopter. It's because when those blades are spinning at that kind of speed, you can't see them.
And then you duck for safety.
Duck like crazy.
Now, the duck for safety isn't so much anymore. Most helicopters, the main rotor blades are up so high that unless they're sitting there in a 40-mile-an-hour crosswind and the pilot's got the disc racked way over or something, you're not going to get that blade down close enough to hit anybody. But I still do it, and I fly a Jet Ranger that's on high skids. You got to climb up a 5-foot ladder to even reach the blades when they're hanging, But I still get out and duck. I mean, it's just there's a giant blade spinning right over your head. You're going to duck, but it'll never get down to you.
I don't remember what kind of a jet it was. You might know, Scott, but Mythbusters years ago, when they towed that school bus behind a jet, when it fired up like it was going to take off, it blew away that school bus like a piece of tinfoil.
It was a 747.
Yeah.
That's the same aircraft that they used where they put the car behind it and tried to melt the car, and they wound up doing damage to the tarmac there at the airport and blew up chunks of asphalt. So,
was that also the one that they built some kind of protection that they had to lie flat on the floor and the engine was blowing?
Oh yeah, that was during the Hurricane Mythbusters.
Oh, that part, yeah. That was a crazy one.
I still remember the cannonball. Oh boy. Explain that one to the insurance company.
Oh, that horror went wrong.
Yeah, it went real wrong.
We were taxiing out here at the Wichita Airport back when they were doing the basically the sea trials or air trials on the current Air Force One, when they were still flying the 707 as Air Force One, and Boeing here in Wichita was doing the retrofit work on the 787s, and they were over at Mid-Continent Airport shooting touch and goes. We taxied out to 19 left, and we're sitting there waiting, and we had to hold back way short because that 747 was coming in to do a touch and go. And when he throttled back up, the outboard engines on there were putting out so much dust that it was blowing the runway lights off. So I heard the tower controller ask him to please go back over to McConnell because they were damaging the infrastructure at Mid-Continent Airport. They couldn't let him land there anymore.
Big old Jedediah.
I think we should give away a roll of Polymaker filament. Polymaker is some of the best filament on the planet. They have probably every possible color and type you can think of, and they ship almost everywhere in the world. So if you would like a chance in winning one roll of Polymaker, please do hashtag the word Polymaker in chat.
Many people are joining us.
So I have a question. Have they introduced the new Air Force One, or is it still in development?
I think it's still in development.
So we're going to give away one roll of Polymaker filament anywhere in the world that they ship to, which is just about anywhere and everywhere. And all you have to do is put hashtag Polymaker in chat. Once we draw a winner, you have to be in chat. Say hi, say hello. We're on YouTube and we're Twitch right now. I'll put my email in chat. You simply email me later after the stream. I will send you a link from Polymaker where you can pick out what type of filament that you want. they will contact you right away because it's been very quick on the turnaround.
Excuse
They'll
me.
send you a link to order your filament and a link for free shipping. So here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2,
69,
1.
69.
Here we go. Who's it going to be? Anybody other than Matt?
Better not be Matt.
Stephen
Stephen
Poole.
Poole.
Congrats, Stephen Poole. I see he just entered in chat. Say hi, Stephen. Say something. He's watching on Twitch. Here he is. Awesome.
Yeah, that tool just doesn't like me. Oh well.
Here's my email, Stephen, to shoot me an email, and I'll send you the link tonight sometime. Congratulations.
Big old Jedediah. Don't care.
So, Tim, what are you working on?
Eating.
Oh, sorry. He's eating right now.
Who?
Tim.
Oh, Tim. I thought you said Ken. You're muted.
That's because he's chowing down.
He's on the phone. He's
Oh.
talking to somebody. He's eating. He'll be back.
So, what's everyone been up to?
I'm printing aliens off a Gambody. I've got 5 or 6 little Paul. I got a Paul and 4 other grays that I'm printing right now. I'm almost done. And yeah, straightening up the garage. I got a couple new banners made. One for the garage, one for the house.
It's cool.
Which looks, one of them you can't, it's behind me. You can kind of see it on the wall up there behind me. It's 3 foot by 3 foot. I got 2 of those made. When I took down the other big banner that's behind it, I realized there's a lot of light coming in from the window. You can kind of see on one side it's a little white. So I just flipped the banner around and hung it back up. But that's 3 foot by 3 foot, and I got 2 of those made.
That's cool. Very nice.
I'm printing with a bunch of new filament as yet unreleased to do a video.
Oh, that's a really cool spool. Is that a spool holder? Or is that the just a spinner?
No, it's just a fidget spinner gear with the new engineering grade filament that I'll have a video out on Tuesday at 11 a.m. It'll release.
I think that would be a really cool idea for a filament spool. All you have to do is
Look
just
at the
open the
look
holes
at the
a
layer
bit.
lines on this thing. It's just awful.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible layer lines. But I printed out the gear.
No, I like the gear.
A carabiner.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh.
Is that anything more than just small bags? I don't know what the tensile strength of the filament is.
I don't have the equipment here to test it, but we'll see. And then I printed out a turbo fan, but as you can see, the print stopped right there, and it's no fault of the printer, no fault of the filament. It's the fault of the idiot at the computer that clicked unload filament on the wrong damn printer. So right in the middle of printing, I didn't realize which screen I was on. I clicked the unload filament macro, and it confused the printer, so it stopped and unloaded the filament. So I just cut it off there because you can still see, the whole idea of this was to get the to show the quality of the
Jerry,
material.
Put me in the background. I gotta use the facilities.
Okay.
So, but that's one of the filaments. This is another one of the filaments here. Printed all the same pieces with it, and like I say, I'll be filming a video this weekend on it, and it'll drop Tuesday at 11 a.m.
Nice.
All the information on the filament and pricing and where to get it and all that kind of stuff. But it's an amazing filament, albeit a bit expensive. So, but That's it.
No,
For all. I got a new bore on. I got a
It'll
new
be
bore
pretty,
on 2.4 that I got to build that showed up while I was at Open Source. So
yeah. Can we talk about belt printers, Scott, or no?
we can talk about them. I don't have any anymore. Well, I've got a couple that used to hang on the wall, but they're not functioning.
Okay, I know you're hot and heavy working with them, and then you weren't. And I was just wondering, is there a reason you got tired of them, or?
Let's just leave it there.
Okay,
so
I wasn't sure. Okay,
they're good people, and but the long and the short of it is they come up with this new product, they sell a bunch of them, and then they just move on to the next thing. They're kind of like they're no different than freaking Creality.
Yeah, Conroe did that. They came out with a little CNC.
They come up with something new. They sell a whole bunch of them. They just move on. And every time somebody had problems with their belt printer, they were always getting referred back to me to get help with it. And I don't mind helping people out, but if you as a company are going to refer people to me to do your tech support, there better be some money showing up somewhere somehow, and not in the form of free printer kits.
Yeah, $30 or $50 a referral or something. Yeah,
not even that much. Just, I mean, because a lot of it was really super simple stuff all the time. But like the firmware for those things, I'm the one that wrote the firmware for every one of their frickin' printers. The only one I didn't write the firmware for was their Voron belt printer, because quite frankly, I thought it was stupid. And number two, I didn't have a 2.4 Voron to write the firmware with anyway. But the belt printers, both the 45, which was their first one, the 90-degree one, which was their second one, and then the one that was convertible 45 and 90. I'm the one that wrote the firmware for every one of those. And, because they were shipping me kits that had no firmware. So I had to do something, if I wanted to print with it and show it to people, I had to write firmware and get it working. So
are you ready,
I
Phoenix?
was doing all that, and the only thing I was getting from was free printers. And then they had the expectation that I would tote their printers around to these shows and show them off. And I said, well, how much are you going to pay me to do this? Well, we give you free printers. I said, look, I don't know what gas stations are like where you're at, but when I pull into a gas station up in Iowa trying to get up to Murph and I put in $60 worth of gas in my car, I can't carry a printer in there and set it on the counter and trade it for the gasoline. I can't carry a printer into the hotel and trade it for a hotel room. Yeah, I'll take your printers to these shows, but anyway, it just I still like the guy. I still get along with him. I still communicate with him on Facebook as a friend. But as far as on the printer business side of his life, I don't have anything to do with it. And it's, when he came to Rocky Mountain and he had the Core XY conversion for the Ender 3, I went and bought a printer. Actually bought two printers at Rocky Mountain, so he would have. I bought two Ender 3s, so he could do the conversion there at the event. And then he gave me the printer to take home and thought that was payment enough. And I'm like, okay, I don't need another freaking Ender 3 printer.
So is that the Max Pro?
No. So anyway, I just the belt printers are I printed a bunch of cool stuff with them, and I used them for a while, but they're the novelty wears off pretty quick, and you can just keep printing longer and longer dragons and stuff like that, but at some point you just get over it. And granted, I can print one of them 6-foot dragons and they sell for about $300, but I don't like dealing with retail sales. That's not what I'm in this hobby for.
Well, now people have been printing those on regular printers, cutting the links and then they just snap them back together. So you can take a dragon pretty much and print it as big as you want on a printer. If one piece.
Give me a couple minutes, Jerry. Just hold that thought.
All right. If the head will fit on the printer, then everything else gets smaller from there. So it's like when I size my aliens, as long as the base will fit on the
print bed.
Next one, carbon. I'm having a brain part. Then the rest of it's all smaller, and I just cut it up from there. Yeah.
Cool. So what are you going to do with your alien? Is it just going to be a wall decoration?
Paint them and display them like I do everything else.
So it's just going to be a decoration.
Yeah, just to make content for videos, and then to have in the background. And then I keep them as long as I keep them. Someday I'll sell them, but for now I just make stuff to have it for video content.
So I see you finished your Enterprise.
Yeah, it's been hanging on up there for about a year and a half. It's not finished. I eventually put it together.
Here you go, Jerry. You're not printing these on a regular printer.
Jesus.
Oh God! Why the hell
How
would you
much?
print something so big?
How much filament?
So this one right here, my arm span is 6 feet. You're not printing that on a regular printer. If you don't have a belt printer, you're not printing this. Maybe something like an Orange Storm Giga or something like that, but
I don't know. How big is each section?
well, the problem is if you try to do it section by section, you're going to have a terrible time putting them together. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't print anything.
That one right there is 6 foot.
I don't print anything that big unless I'm going to put maybe for a project for a garden or something.
I mean, I suppose you could break it up and do it section by section, but
it's a lot of work.
I want to try.
Do you have those hanging on the wall when they're not? After you just showed them, you got them hanging up somewhere in your house?
No, actually, they were buried in the back of my master closet. So that's just a couple of them that I still have around. So
okay,
that was I printed the 5 foot one, and then somebody. Anyway, it is what it is. So that first one, that white one, that was the very first one that I actually got to print completely without all, because the initial belt printer running the Creality board in it and stuff like that, it just would not do it. I put a video out about all the multiple failures and everything I had and everything I went through to finally get it to print, because it just, the board would overheat, the stepper drivers would overheat. It just wasn't designed to run for 3-4 days straight. And, everything on the board would start to get heat soaked. And I don't care what you put on there for fans and everything else. It wasn't up to it. And then I finally changed it over to I don't remember what the hell it was. It was a Big Tree Tech board of some sort with actual stepper drivers and clipper configuration. Was finally able to get it to print, but and then the multi-color one, that one and done. So Trevor's
video that I showed earlier, he was talking about some big quality printer. He had a bunch of them, and he said they're basically broke out of the box. I'm not sure which printer it was. They had a bunch of them to repair. And eventually, we already done the Polymaker giveaway just a little bit ago. Did you see that video I showed earlier, Trevor? Scott?
I don't think so.
Here, I'll run it again. People just dropping in, never see it. Here's Trevor from Navarre 3D down in Florida. He sent me a quick video this morning of what he's got going on, so I'm going to run that right now.
Hey, Jerry, good morning. Happy Saturday.
Thank you.
Anyway, I figured I'd make you a quick little video here, just in case we don't get on this morning. But she's full of spunk today. Anyway, it's been a good week. We got the S1s in. Got a bunch of those. Got this thing set up. It's not bad. A few pluses and minuses, but otherwise it's pretty good. We got a super big shipment of R3D in. We'll be clearancing that out this next week probably. There's so much filming in now. It's crazy. Got all the tricolors, sparkly stuff. It's ridiculous. Still putting it out. Say hi. Let's see, lots of kitty techs, as you can see. I'm going to start pulling those out and selling them. We've been doing a lot of repairs this week. You see, it's still early, so the parking lot's empty for the day, but let's see, this week we got, I think we had the same Chitty Techs in last time I talked to you. We got a A1 Mini in, another Bamboo in, more and more Chitty Techs. We get a lot of those in for repairs. We work with them, so. Got a Q1 and a X Smart 3. More of the CRM 4s. Those things are just trash. What else? This week we got that's a K1C, I believe. We got some old Taz bots here. Taz 5 and a 6 from the base. Got a bunch of parts done for a machine shop. Base and the Tough Mudder guys. That's about it. Everything else looks about the same here. We got the Optimus still is up and running. We're going to convert that over to Clipper one of these days, like the Modex. But we'll probably wait until we get the Modex actually running well, reliably. Back here's where I got all the other Bamboos set up. Another down M4, brand new out of the box with problems, just like the other 3 or 4 of them. And we got more Bamboos back here. Probably making you dizzy here, sorry. We still got the resin room in here. Let's see if I can zoom out a little bit. All right. Talk to you later, Jerry. Have a good one, man.
So, yeah, that's good. I'm glad he's doing well. He used to drop in all the time on my live streams. Then he had some health problems, and his wife runs his store in the mall. That's where he moved his fiber lasers. And he'll probably do a mall video, he said, next week and send it over to me.
Yeah, the CRM4, I've not heard good things about that printer from anybody. So.
Yeah, I seen you snicker when he mentioned it. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I've not heard any good things about it. So I don't know. It doesn't live up to the CR. The CR's typically been the next level up with realities, and like my CR10. That thing's been a workhorse. I've had multiples over the years. I'm down to just one now that I did a linear rail conversion on it that I designed myself, and it's just a workhorse. I've never had any issues with it, but the CRM4s, I don't know. I don't know if it's just too big a build plate and not heavy duty enough structure or what, but lots of problems with that one from what I hear. Personally, I've never had one. So.
Yeah, the Crowley they came out with years ago, 500 by 500. That was just a big clunky piece of junk. It was so big. And then I had the, what was it? The CR10 Max, I think it was. And I was able to do a helmet, R2D2 dome on it. And that was a nice printer, but I eventually sold it.
And I got a couple of Reality K1s for sale right now. I'm just out of room.
So are you feeling Matt? Feeling better?
Yeah, way better. I had to do some catch up with certain things, and yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. That's what I was asking.
Yeah, I've been quite a bit busy with certain things, and I'm trying to get some contracts together. So, yeah, it takes all time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I recognize your picture when I clicked on you. Yeah, I'm glad you got the filament. Awesome.
Zero, cool. You're a Hackers fan?
Yeah, he lives here in Vegas, up in Summerlin area.
Yeah.
He was on the live stream last week, I think it was. And then I had met him the prior week. He was on Justin's stream.
That's cool. So, Vincent, everything going good with you?
Yeah, health-wise better, and I'm trying to finish all kind of projects. And I had a busy time because my son
I'm thinking of somebody different.
Is done with school. He's got his diploma, and now he finally found a job, and he's gonna start in the next 2 months. So I had 2 birthday parties and everything. So yeah, busy, and tried to finish this one, of course, in the background.
That works.
The lighting and my logo and my sign and everything, and now I'm trying to repair this one so I can finish it with the lighting for the Batman. I glued these one wrong.
Yeah, I'm sorry for most people in the East Coast right now. They're roasting more than I am.
And I used that special glue that uses 2 components. I don't know how to translate that.
2-part epoxy.
It was epoxy. It was cheaper. So what I did was basically I glued it the other way around.
Yeah, epoxy. 2-part epoxy will hold anything. It just sets up really quick, and then you got to hurry, and then it starts getting red hot.
So I have to get all the old glue off and then redo it again. And then sand it, paint it.
That's nice. That's cool.
And then I got still the trunk sort that I need to do. And I'm going to try finishing this week. Next week, I'm going to try to finish the Stargate Atlantis.
Oh, yeah. I saw that one.
That's been a pain in my butt.
Well, I imagine so, considering it's what, 24 inches?
I don't know. It's 80 centimeters. So
we got a lot of people in the chat that have bamboos, people on screen that have bamboos. My Discord is not very active. I think I'm the most active person on my own Discord.
Yeah, so, and I had some problems filament-wise, trying to get the correct color. I wanted the right color gray, and they changed it every time a little bit. Couldn't get the correct one, so found a couple of spools. So, and then when this one is done, I'm gonna tinker with the Arduino stuff with all the lighting, and then I'm gonna reprint it again because I'm gonna give this one to somebody else.
In my opinion, go to a bamboo group on Facebook. In my opinion, to get the most information on any particular product.
Zero, cool. What are you looking to fix?
Or what's your issue you're having?
It's hard to get it off. I think I'm gonna Dremel it off, but I have to wait till tomorrow then because it's almost 12 o'clock at night here.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I gotta go. So have a good day.
Thank you, Phoenix. You have a great day, my friend. Thank you for resubscribing on Twitch. Filament issues on the AMS. Well, brittle filament would be the #1 problem with AMS. Before you load AMS on a Bamboo Labs, pull off a couple inches or a couple feet, whatever it takes. Snap it in your hand. If it's brittle, snip it off. Go down to where it's not brittle. Cut it. It should load fine after that. Occasionally, filament will break off in the AMS, and then you have to physically unplug it, take it off the machine, and take the 2 screws out, lift it up, unplug the connectors, take a good piece of filament, shove it through, get the broken piece out. That's the most common problem that happens. You might have a motor problem once in a blue moon that goes bad on it, which hasn't happened to me in a long time. But
wait till you start printing with filament like this, Jerry.
Oh, carbon fiber that's brittle to get go.
So this is perfectly dried filament ready to print, and just like that. So you have to have a very specific built machine. It's got to be a heated chamber, 400-degree temperature on the nozzle, and if there's any bends in your filament path getting to the more than about like that, it just snaps in the tube. I mean, right there you go.
Yeah.
So that stuff's fantastic filament. I mean, it's strong. You can print automotive parts out of it, but you're not just going to load that into an Ender 3 and start printing with it. It's quite the yeah. It's been a learning curve getting that stuff to print. So.
Whenever I have brittle filament or carbon fiber, if that's the only thing I'm printing with, I set the spool next to the printer. I don't even use AMS. Like right now, all these alien parts I'm printing, they're all single colors. I'm not using my AMS unit whatsoever. I'm just running it straight into the printer on a.
Yeah, see, you wouldn't even, this here you wouldn't even be able to run on a bamboo. There's the bend's too tight coming out of the back going into the printer and everything else. I've had to change the top on a printer and put an overhead spool holder on it and drop the filament straight down so that it goes straight down and then it doesn't make any bends as it's printing. It's got to feed straight into the hot end. If you try to feed it in through the back and turn it into the hot end, it's when you're shoving it in through there, you can just hear it start snapping as it goes through the bends. So it's been a interesting ride with that filament. So
check out the Bamboo Wiki. I just shared a link. They have a lot of information there.
And I just did carbon fiber nylon, and I experienced that, and I dried the hell out of it. I mean, any little bend and it will break. Same thing, but I dried the hell out of it, and just like Jerry said, I was able to use the I call them skates. Those little things full set on, and it's just 4 wheels, and I was able to print with it, and it was carbon fiber nylon.
Yeah, I've had carbon. I mean, I've had filament get brittle, but this is.
Well, this
I mean, even dried and everything perfect. It's just the nature of the filament. It's just a extremely brittle filament, and it's trying to print with it on a consumer grade printer is not what it's designed for. But I was able to modify a printer and get it to work, but definitely not something I would recommend somebody just run out and buy because they're going to spend a lot of money on something they can't print with.
So how much is a spool of that? You can at least see that much, can't you?
This stuff right here, hold on a second. A 500-gram spool is going to be $70.
All right.
Wow.
So $140 a kilogram.
Another suggestion I have about your filament problem, if you can't find it on the Bamboo Wiki, can't find it on Facebook, don't find it on YouTube, make your own video about it with what's happening if you can and post that online. That way people can watch what's happening and possibly help you. But I'm not sure what it could be. Or just chat. If anybody in chat has any ideas, I see Derek Velos Logos Printing is trying to help him out. Anything you can think of, just throw your comment in there and maybe you can help him out. Not sure. For a while now, I haven't been able to load filament in my AMS. It's not reading it. I haven't taken the time to figure out why it's not working. But it worked perfect for a long time. Well, I had a motor go out. I'd done a video on a long time ago. I had problems with it. I had a motor go out, and then they replaced it. Because when you contact Bamboo, they want a video of everything. So if you send them the video in advance with your model number and all that, it kind of speeds up the process. It was taking like 4 or 5 days for them to get back with me. But once you're in touch with them, then they were fairly quick at getting back with you once you're talking back and forth. Yeah, it's hard to explain something to anybody with pictures and text, and then they got to translate it usually to Chinese, and not all words translate properly. So when you have a video, they can actually see what's happening. That's why everybody wants video.
Yep.
So yeah, we've been streaming for an hour and 54 minutes so far. We have 35 people watching, 21 on YouTube, 15 on Twitch, and we have had nobody pop in for Murph yet, which kind of surprised me. Usually every show somebody pops in and they kind of hold up the camera a little bit and look around, but it still might happen.
Do we even know who's there?
Everybody that I know is there.
I've seen Akuma on a live stream. Sam Prentice was there.
Tripod's there. Everybody's there.
Hedgehog was live streaming.
I'm not there, Jerry.
Well,
yeah, it's all your fault.
Well, Scott, I understand. He's barely gets home,
yeah.
going here and going there and going here. It's like, dude, I need to take a break. I totally understand.
No, he doesn't need a break.
Well, I had every intention of going, but I couldn't get any information out of them people. And,
yeah, that's
you know, and everybody was asking me, are we going to have the drag races and this, that, and the other? And I kept reaching out to them. I couldn't get no response out of them. I'm finally like, I'm moving on. And then my company asked me to schedule this trip to Middle East to meet with a customer. And this last week worked out for the customer. I mean, I could have easily flown back into Chicago and driven down there, but I wouldn't have had anything for the show. But I just like, if I can't talk to somebody about it ahead of time and find out what the plan is and make sure we're going to have space and all that.
Yeah. I'm not a partner with Bamboo. I don't even have an affiliate link for Bamboo. I tried forever just to get a affiliate link so I could advertise for them. Contacted Sir Will, and that never happened. So I don't have an affiliate link for them.
Okay, guys, I'm going.
Yeah, I got to jump out of here too. I got take care of a couple things, and I'm headed out to dinner here in a little while with a friend of mine. So,
all right, Scott. Well, I appreciate you coming on, and we'll look forward to seeing that video come out on Tuesday. And take it easy, rest up. I really appreciate all that you do.
I'm not doing anything till 3D Printopia. I'm building a Voron for a company for 3D Printopia, and that's all I've got scheduled between now and then. So,
yeah, I'm live streaming from Twitch and YouTube right now only. I'm not on Facebook.
So, catch you guys later.
Take care, man. Thank you.
Have a good one. Be safe.
See you later.
Ciao.
Yeah, I do content on a little bit of anything and everything. When I have trouble with a particular product or a company, I've had problems with my Bamboo in the past. I've done videos on this and that. So I've got over 400 videos on my YouTube channel. And I have people all the time that message me about a video I did 2 or 3 years ago, wanting to know why'd you do this, why'd you do that. I forgot. I got to go back and watch my video to answer the question usually, because sometimes I don't remember. Oh, Tim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tim is working on a Voron there. Yeah, he calls it the Barbie printer. He's got pink on it.
The Barbie. I'm just working on Barbie's hot end.
Tim streams. He's from Canada. He streams every Sunday, 5 p.m. Pacific usually. He has a great channel. He does usually just live streams. Occasionally he does tape stuff, and mostly live streams. He interacts very well with chat, and he helps out when he can. He's a great guy.
Thanks, Jerry.
Bottom right, that would be Zach. He streams also. He does a lot of content, a lot of videos.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Zach?
The Netherlands.
And he's in the Netherlands. And he has flown to America at least once or twice, went to a few shows.
Yeah. And I'm planning to go to 3D Printopia September. Looking forward to set foot on the US soil again.
Nice.
Yeah. Currently, I'm working on the iFactory 1. A belt 3D printer.
I don't hear an echo. Printers are running in the background. I got a printer going. Matt's got a printer running. Tim, you got anything running?
No.
Lily, quit it.
And that was Lily.
Stop it, Lily.
Yeah. He's wearing headphones. She won't hear us. I've tried that before. Before the stream, I've said, Lily, stop it, like Matt does. He gets loud with her sometimes off camera. But he's a good little dog.
Yeah, she's my elephant hunting dog.
Hey, Josh, how you doing today? Glad you joined us. We're just kind of hanging out, chit-chatting about this and that.
Come on, Lily. Come on.
We had a Polymaker giveaway. We already gave that away.
Here you go. That's my elephant hunting dog.
Whenever you're doing a firmware update with Bamboo, be sure you go over to the printer, re-level, let it make its noise, and do its thing for about 10 minutes. If you don't do that every time, your next print's going to fail. So whenever you update firmware, always go over to the machine and redo all that good stuff. Favorite pet CF print. Trying to think, what did I use that filament for? I think I made a couple holders for my VR gear and they hang on the wall. But other than that, I got the filament just sitting. Haven't used it. I primarily print with PLA, usually. Yeah, sometimes we're chatting up a storm, sometimes we're not. We're kind of slow at the moment. I've been streaming for a little over 2 hours. Yeah, I'm printing a bunch of, I can show you some pictures here. Let's see. I'm printing these guys right here. I've got 5 aliens. There's 4 here, but they also had a paw included. Gambody had a big sale recently, and I picked them all up for like $15 and some change. Normally $25 for the files.
Yeah, those are amazing.
And in order to size them up on my X1 carbon, I don't want to do them out of resin. I took the base and made it as big as I could on this X1 carbon, whether it was either 400% or 600, and then I sized up the rest of the alien accordingly. And of course, the legs, the chest, everything is separate. The chest and the heads are all connected. So in Bamboo Slicer, there's a cut feature now. So I just drop it down below the neck or on the neck below the chin, and then I whack the model and throw them on 2 build surfaces. And I got 5 of those, and I'll be doing a video on it. And then I got my new banners for the garage. It's doing some rearranging. There's my new banner on the wall there. I got 2 of them. They're 3 foot by 3 foot. And there's a cool little box I added some wood on my diode laser. Got this all glued together. One of the people that usually watches me here on Saturdays, his name is Russ Gear. He's usually in chat. He sent me this file. You take your cell phone, you put it in the top. You go to YouTube. They have a lot of hologram videos, and you turn the lights off, and it reflects the image from the cell phone onto that clear plexiglass there that you see, and it looks like a hologram. It's really cool.
That is very cool.
I thought it was a teleprompter.
Well, it looks like a teleprompter, and it basically functions the same way. And this is a Haltien HT460. It's an RF metal tube 40-watt laser that's coming. RF stands for radio frequency. It does not have a water-cooled CO tube, and this will be coming from China. It's being loaded on a boat. I'll have it within the next 50 days. I'll be doing a lot of content on it. Weighs around 200 pounds. A Rita controller. Autofocus there in the bottom picture there on the right where it says Abby. That is a picture of the tube. Has 3 big fans on it to cool it. And that looks awfully big in that picture. So here's another angle of it. It's not as big as it seems, but it weighs around 200 pounds. And that'll be coming hopefully in about 2 months. And I'll be going out in my garage. I'll get one of my neighbors to help me lift it up and put it on the countertop. I can't deadlift 200 pounds. It's just not most people. I don't think anybody can. It's just too big and bulky for that. So I have to get help to lift it.
It's a big machine.
Yeah. I got my Black Panther or my lion, my black lion, what I have. She's just a baby, but she will grow into the size. You know.
Yeah, I don't want to get my dogs going.
What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sorry. Didn't mean to sing on stream.
What are you working on right now, Tim? Got you on a big screen.
I'm I'm trying to get the here. I'll show you. I have an issue here, and I'm trying to figure out why. So I'm working
Only
on
one
the
issue?
Yeah, well, so far I'm working on the mini stealth burner. Okay, is this camera working? It is. Okay, so in the mini stealth burner, you've got you can see the inside where you've got the one gear where your filament's going to mesh in here, right? Okay, and then you put this guy in, but what's happening is because of the position, you can see where it bites the filament right sort of in front of my thumb there. You push it in, and it's going too far, so the gears are. I don't know if this will even show it. No, it's really hard to see it in there, but the gears are meshing fine, but that little part that pulls the filament through is way out of alignment. It's almost like I need a thicker bearing on the inside of here to hold this thing out further. So I'm trying to figure out why that is not lining up properly. So yeah, that's what I'm working on.
I have no Vorons. I don't know. I have a Hypercube. Way back when I ordered a Hypercube kit from Ziltech, it's 400 by 400 by 500. I think the Vorons, were just coming out at that time, and I was trying to debate, do I do a Voron? Do I do a Hypercube? I went with Hypercube, and now they faded off into oblivion, and now everything's Vorons.
Yeah. Now somebody might say, well, why don't you just take this little knurled gear and move it closer to this black gear? Well, I can't, because I need to leave clearance when this is in here. I need clearance for that black gear to turn without rubbing the plastic there. And that's pretty much as much clearance as I can put there right now. So, yeah. So I'll figure it out. I just got to figure out why, but I don't know if you understand what I mean. But yeah, with the filament path, it's going to bite. Basically, with the filament path, the filament's going to need to ride evenly between these toothed areas here. And this one here is sitting in too far. So the other toothed area is lining up about a millimeter or 2 millimeters to this side of this one. So yeah, so I don't know if and it's all the right printed parts, and the right bearings are in here and everything. So it's just a matter of figuring out why it's not lining up. The filament teeth don't align. Exactly, that's exactly it, Josh. The filament teeth are not aligning, and I can't get it to align. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Yeah. Anyways, that's what I'm working on. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that one. That way I shaved my nice bald head this morning, so yeah. I actually cleaned up the studio this morning. I threw a whole bunch of stuff, so I've got the other Voron Zero sitting at the end there, to the left of the bright orange Prusa Mini, and then the Prusa Mini, and then we have the Kingroon KP3S here. So I'm going to be doing a video pretty soon on, and I've also got the A1 Mini sitting over beside the Barbie. So I'm going to be doing a video. I don't know if I told you guys this story, but I had put my Prusa Mini up for sale on a local on Facebook Marketplace here, and I was asking $300 for it, which for the Prusa Mini is a pretty sweet deal when you considering what you pay for one today. And I had somebody come on, and they said they would buy it for $300, and they started asking me some questions about, okay, yeah, what sort of filament do I need? And they said, this is my first 3D printer. And so basically I said, no, you don't want to buy this printer. I said, I appreciate the offer. They were offering me what I asked, but I said, no, I can't sell you this printer in good conscience, because if this is your first 3D printer, I said, you want to spend the extra at the time. I know they're on sale now, but I said, you want to spend the extra $29 and get a Bamboo A1 Mini. And so, and I pointed them to that. They appreciated it. They thanked me, and they were going to research it, because for an extra $30, get yourself a Bamboo A1 Mini where you can put multiple color on it afterwards. It's more of a plug and play result. Whereas the Prusa Mini that I have, which is the original Prusa Mini, it's not straight and dry, turn it on and print. You have to do a little bit of tinkering, a little bit of fussing with it sometimes. It's not perfect. So yeah.
I put I put the leg kit extension on mine. I think you did too. It makes it all beefier.
Yes.
I got a handle I put on the side of it. I sold mine to Red Light. I didn't want to ship it. So for a long time, he wanted to buy it, and I kept procrastinating. I didn't want to send it. And then he kept asking me over a period of a few months. Eventually, I sold it to him for $200 plus shipping. And the shipping to across the country is like $55. So I found a big box, filled it with popcorn, packed it as tight as I could, and that's how I shipped it.
Yeah,
so,
and that works out close. That's close to what I was asking in Canadian. That's close to what I was asking.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so when you speak Canadian dollars, that's about what I was asking for mine. And so then I thought, it's going to put a few noses at a joint, but I am going to be making a video in the next few weeks. Basically, I've already got the thumbnail, and the thumbnail basically says, please don't buy my used printer. And it's going to be pointed especially at new people for their first 3D printer. He didn't want that Prusa Mini as a first printer. So, yeah. I'm not a Bamboo fanboy, but I will not, in my right conscience, sell somebody something that I know they may have trouble with when there's something out there for pretty much the same money that they'd be much happier with. So, yeah.
Yeah, a few years ago, a Prusa Mini would be perfect for a first printer, but not with a lot of things that are out there now.
No, exactly. So I need to see if I have another one of those pieces, and I don't think I do. I got my MacGyver hat on now, so I'm going to figure out what's going on here.
Yeah, I wish we had a Micro Center in Vegas, but we don't. I'd actually drive across town and check it out.
We don't have anything here like
Vegas, clear across town, but they closed down. I don't know whatever took over the building. They probably made it a homeless shelter. Anyway.
Yeah, there's nowhere here where we can walk in and buy a printer. Well, that's not true, but there's no dedicated store here that sells 3D printers.
So you think you can fix the printer because you're MacGyver with a piece of bubble gum, a button, and a piece of string?
Maybe I could, if I stuck a piece of bubble gum in here, it would pull that gear out just enough, but it probably wouldn't be a permanent enough fix.
Dreams Boy, what's going on, buddy? Hello.
I wonder. I know what I need to do.
I got a couple legs that just got done on my X1 carbon. I got to pull off, and then I got to print 2 arms, then I'm done. I'm printing for a week on the Bamboo.
Oops! Don't take that right out.
Here's 2 of the legs for one of the aliens. For alien number 5, here's 2 of the
Very
legs.
cool.
Nice.
With tree supports on them. I did the head hollow, the bodies. I think I did a couple of them hollow, the rest 5% infill. Then the arms and the legs, I put 5% infill in them. And I don't want to mix these up, so I got them lined up on the table like a match ball and all the different parts together. But like I say, I haven't used my MS in a while. When I'm using a single color, I never use it. The last couple times I tried to load filament, it wasn't loading. I haven't figured out why. I have replaced the coupler in the back, the little hub thing. Sergio sent me one, the Bamboo sent me one. So I put those on and haven't solved the problem. Oh, and the poly dryer, they won't be in till probably sometime next month. I thought it was going to be the end of June. They were going to come in. Because I got a code for a poly dryer and another box. I'm going to be reviewing it, doing a video like everybody else did. But now they're talking sometime in July. So as soon as they're available in the U.S., I'll get that ordered and get those on the way. Let's see. I think that's 400%. Let me double check. Yeah, 600%. Anybody on screen got anything you want to talk about? Or anybody in chat got something you want us to talk about? Do you have any questions?
I wanted to say something. Something just came up, and I need to leave. So I don't know if I'll be back in like 15, 20 minutes time, I hope.
All right. Yeah, I'll be here for another 45 minutes. We have 35 people watching. Okay, Matt, take care. I'll see you in a bit, buddy.
Sorry about that.
Aha, I found a piece. Just a little longer. Okay.
Just a little longer.
Just a little longer. I don't know. I found another one of the same gears. Looks exactly the same, but it seems to be a little bit. So the black piece seems to be a little bit closer. In other words, it's really hard to tell, but the piece that's sticking out on this one seems to be a little bit shorter. Oh man, that's hard to focus, which is what I need. I needed that rod through this thing less, so it would hit that inside bearing sooner. There we go. So I think this is going to work.
Are you positive?
Oh yes, that is going to work. That lines up. Now again, this camera's terrible. Oh, you know how I can show it? Here. Just since it's just the four of us on here now and a few people watching there, if I turn this light on and I do this.
Yeah, I've sold all my old printers, lasers, and everything on Facebook. Marketplace had people come out the house, never had an issue with anything. But I sell working machines. I don't sell garbage. Unless I sell something and says that it's damaged or broke and here's what I think's wrong with it. Then I sell them real cheap.
Man, it's hard to get in there to see, but you can just see that those. No, the camera. I can't get it to show on the camera at all, where those teeth are lining up. Yeah, you can sort of see it there. But anyways, yeah, those are lining up fine now. I'm excited for the Amazon guy to get here with my parts so I can hook up my cameras to the ATM. The ATEM.
Tim, quit swearing.
Quit swearing?
Yeah, I love Amazon.
You said Amazon.
Oh.
Amazon.
Amazonian woman. Yeah.
Yeah, they're the only people that don't destroy or lose my orders.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
now
it's just all the more crap from China. Anyways,
you don't have to buy anything from China if you don't want to. You just won't have anything in your house in a couple of years.
That's true.
Almost everything comes from China. And if it said it was made in America, it might be, or it might be rebranded from China.
Tim.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You know how back in the day when you've seen a train go down the tracks, right? And you've seen lots of coal or oil containers, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been in Kingman or Arizona and Kingman area, because that's basically a train city. And we're out there. Me and my wife were out there one day a couple weeks ago, and I swear I seen the longest train, and all it was the truck trailers of Amazon Prime.
Oh wow!
So instead of oil or coal, it was Prime. I'm thinking, man, had times have changed.
Yeah. You know what really baffles me is they have a place here. It's an Amazon clearance center. They call it, I forget what they call it.
Oh, they got a huge one here.
Yeah. But what baffles me is all these Amazon clearance center, like the massive warehouses of returned items. And you think to yourself, how does Amazon, they must sell billions and billions of dollars of product in order to turn a profit, considering all the returns they get. Like they must get billions of dollars in returns as well, right?
Have you ever seen Jeff with his trophy wife or trophy girlfriend on his boat? I don't think he's hurting.
No, absolutely not. But
there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with his trophy wife or trophy girlfriend. If I was extremely rich, I would divorce my wife and I would have a trophy wife, or I'd have a whole bunch of them. So nothing wrong with that. If you got the money, enjoy life. You know, you only live once. I'm 60. I got less than 30 years left, I hope. So, yeah.
Maybe 40, Jerry.
I plan to live to 110.
Or a rich woman has a trophy boyfriend or a trophy
husband. Every time Jerry said he's 60. Golly, man.
Sorry, that's loud.
Yeah, June 12th, I turned 60. I'm getting old.
Just made
And I shave my head and my face once a week usually. I haven't shaved in a week, so I got a lot of razor stubble going on here. And then when my goatee gets real bushy, then I get my clippers out. I put the shortest trimmer, and I go straight up towards my nose, and I keep it trimmed short. I don't want to have a big mop like my friend here does.
Like who does?
Like you, a big mop. I don't want to have a real bushy beard. I just want to have a short goatee, so I trim it every month. Yeah. My uncles used to have big old long beards. They were miners. My wife thinks I should grow it out again, but I look too old when I have a beard. It's all white, and I look like Santa Claus, so I don't want to grow it out. Usually around Christmas, I do for a couple months, and I shave it off.
Ho, 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 little Timmy building a Barbie printer. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah. You know, if Tim had a daughter, not a son, he could have a Barbie doll sitting in there, but I don't think he has any Barbies in the house, do you, Tim?
No. I don't have any Barbies in my room. No. No, I don't.
Okay.
For shits and giggles, you can get one off Amazon, just have it sit on the corner of the printer.
I've been considering that. I've been considering that, to be honest with you. Yep. Because it's a Barbie printer in a Barbie world. Sorry.
It's not trademark infringement. You can call it whatever you want. It's your printer.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like I'm selling it or anything. It's my printer.
Yeah.
I can call it whatever I want.
You do that.
It's the Barbie.
Yeah, Josh, my opinion, I'd say look on Facebook Marketplace. You get your best deal on a printer. You go to eBay, people usually inflate their prices or trying to make more money on them. I would say Marketplace. Craigslist used to work, but I don't use it much. Let's see. Other than Marketplace, there's OfferUp. I used to sell stuff on OfferUp also. Go to OfferUp on your phone, or you can search on your computer or Marketplace. Sometimes you get people, they just listed something earlier, a couple hours ago or a half hour ago, and they don't want much for whatever it is, and you snag it before anybody else does. If something has been on there for sale for 6 months and they've never sold it, well, there's probably a reason other than price. So, yeah, just check every day. You never know what you might find. Marketplace or OfferUp. There's different online groups on Facebook that sell stuff depending on your area. There's those groups also. So, anyway. Yeah, Bamboo someday will release a big printer. I don't know if and when that'll happen, but that's why I got donations to help me buy the Sobel SV08. It's got a good sized build volume. It has a few issues here and there. I'm sure I can work it out. But look like a fun printer to do some reviewing on, content on.
I think I know what happened.
But since I've had the Bamboo X1 Carbon for so long, I've learned to accept the small build volume, and you can print anything, just cut it up in pieces. So depending on what the item is, I've learned to live with that. And then my Cheedy iFast, which has a rectangular bed. I wish it was square, but it's not. So a lot of things won't fit on it. And between that and the Bamboo, that's how I printed my big alien behind me. And then I put a few parts on the X Plus, which I haven't used in quite a while. It's a little bit bigger than a Bamboo. I haven't used it in a long time. They had a recall on them, had different issues, and I have the one before the recall. So my machine never got swapped by the company. Currently, I have 32 people watching, 19 on YouTube and 13 on Twitch. Been streaming for 2 hours, 23 minutes.
Yep.
Hello, YouTubers. Hello, Twitchers.
Sorry?
Yep. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I've been watching everybody's video on it.
I mixed up my parts. That's what happened. Damn it.
Hello, Tom Lama. How you doing today, buddy? Here's a link, Tom, if you want to pop in on camera. You ain't been on in a long time. You can come in and talk about your cutting boards, what you've been working on.
Llama.
You hear what I said?
No, I didn't hear what you said. I was reading chat.
The last couple of parts, I mixed up my parts between the two files, the two versions. That's why they weren't lining up.
Okay.
I'm looking at the hour ring on the old one versus the new file, and they're totally different. And then I'm looking at what I've got. Now I'm looking at what I got printed.
I do that all the time. On my Paul Alien, the small version, I had to cut up the leg. I had to cut the legs. I had to make a bunch of cuts on it, and then I forgot to print his legs up to his knees. So when I went to glue it together, they wouldn't line up. So I had to go find the file again. I had to recut it, and instead of printing the body and the legs, I printed the 2 feet with the legs first, and then I checked to see if they'd line up on the body I already had printed, and they look fine, so I can glue it. I was automatically going to reprint the body after I cut it, because when I cut, it's random. It's not an exact science. I didn't write down exactly where I cut because I knew I was printing both parts. But this time I randomly guessed, lined them up, looks good, so I saved a bunch of filament and time.
Fortunately, I got enough material.
Oh, you're cooking dinner, Llama? All right. What are you cooking, Llama? What's for dinner?
And nobody even said anything about my Beetlejuice, because Beetlejuice is coming back.
Yeah, I got another movie coming out soon.
Yeah, I got Beetlejuice flannels on. Beetlejuice. God, that girl got old. Has people seen the previews? I mean, she should look okay. The one that was the teenage girl.
Oh, what's her name? Yeah, I know exactly who you mean. Yeah, she has aged.
I mean, she still looks good. Yeah, I remember seeing something a while back that they even rebuilt a lot of the set to make it look like the old set.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was quite an investment. Looks like. I want to see that. I want to see that. And I want to see Costner's new movie.
It's bugging me now what her name is. She was in the same movie. She was in a movie with Cher once called where the Shoop Shoop song came from. Mermaids.
My Nano Palmer fell over on my keyboard and kicked me out of the screen.
Okay, that's lined up, but there's no way you can prevent that from rubbing on the plastic. Okay, something is wrong here.
Well, that sounds kinky, rubbing on the plastic. Okay.
Especially when I'm spinning Barbie's gears and she's rubbing on the plastic.
With her hot hands.
Winona Ryder, that's who it was. Yeah.
That girl.
All right.
Oh, man.
Okay. She was.
Has anybody on YouTube seen all the mostly 50s AI? They're short little blurbs, and they're like, they did a Scooby-Doo one. They did all kinds of TV shows. And it's all done with the AI.
Really?
It's bizarre, and most of it's like, themed around the 50s.
Oh, I need a piece of filament.
Cybernate, let's see, Thingiverse, printables, things. Help me out here, guys.
Printables, Thingiverse, My Media Factory, Golds 3D.
Yep, My Media Factory.
Maker World.
What are we trying to do?
Gambody.
Screen and then chime in.
Oh, I see. Okay.
As far as for pay sites, there's too many to list. Depends what you want to do. Do3D.com has a lot of great files. If you want to print cosplay armor, they have a lot of free masks and stuff at Do3D.com. There's Sanix's group, Sanix3D.com, for statue models. I mean, there's too many to even consider. But for most people getting into 3D printing, they go through all the free sites, and as they're on Facebook groups, they learn about other sites, or you watch YouTube videos, or you see something cool somebody's doing, and they tell you where they found it at. And then after many years, you have a million different files on your computer that you're never ever going to print, but you bought them all. They were so cool, and you had to have them. But now they're lost on your computer. You don't know where they're at when you want to print them. So you might go out and buy something a second time thinking that's cool because you forgot you already bought it last year. So, yeah.
And then you buy NAS. Or at least I did.
I delete files off my computer if they're not paid. If I didn't pay for them, I just delete them. If they're free files, so I can always go re-download them.
Yeah, what I usually do, I sort them based upon movies or series, game characters. I've also a special folder for patron and designers that that usually where you pay for it, and that way I have assorted basically how it's most convenient.
Yeah, a lot of things cause layer shift. I have what's that yellow printer I used to have? I still got it in the spare room. I never sold it.
Oh, the artillery Hornet.
No, not that one. It's yellow on both sides. The bed's in the middle. It's like the one that Trevor showed on the floor that were black. Kaiwu, a Kaiwu Max.
Oh, yeah.
Kaiwu sent that to me a long time ago. It was a used printer they sent me. They said, "Here, we want to fix it and review it." So they sent it, and it gets up to a certain height.
How is that going to work?
It had a bent Z-rod on it that I replaced and a motor. But when it gets to a certain height, it always has a layer shift, and I never could figure out why. So because I have so many hobbies, I moved on. It's in the spare room. I tried to sell it on Marketplace a long time ago, mentioning what was wrong with it. Then you get people message you and they say, "Oh, does it print this? Does it print that?" I said, "Did you read the ad? It says it has a layer shift at a certain height." And then I explain what a layer shift is. And people don't read ads. They see so many people see pictures and then they don't read the text that goes with the picture, so they ask you the same question over and over and over.
It's called selective reading.
If people simply read what's above the picture, it explains usually what's going on. So I don't know. I got too many hobbies. I'm always taking on more. So whatever keeps me busy, This is what I do 7 days a week, 24/7. I'm on my computer. If I'm not on my computer and I'm in another room watching TV, which is at night, I have my cell phone that will go ding, and I'll check it. If I'm printing on the Bamboo, I'll take my cell phone. I'll check to see if it had an error with the printer. Lately on the Bamboo, a bunch of the prints stopped. Dog, I just gave you a cracker. Lately on the Bamboo, it's been coming up that I have what do you call it? Filament detection's been coming up that it's spaghetti, which it didn't. But the printer's seeing a couple minor little strings blowing around in the air for whatever reason, and it thinks it had an error. Thank God it stopped itself, and I just hit resume. But it works pretty good. It's not a perfect printer, but it's almost perfect. Out of every printer I've ever owned, the Bamboo X1 Carbon has been the closest thing to perfect that I've ever owned. And I've never had a K1. I've just seen all the problems people have had and things they had to fix.
Oh, no, the K1 is nice.
Nothing is perfect, so
far I didn't really have big issues with it.
But yeah, when a company comes out with a product and then 3 or 4 months later they have another product, and then 6 months later they quit talking about the first product, then there's no longer on their website, there's no support. You're like, well, they sold this a year ago, where's it at? There's not even anything on their website about it. You don't deal with a company that does that. If you can't get support and stuff from a company later on down the road, even if they're not popular no more, they should still support their printers or still have information. I had a CNC from Comgrow a while back. I wound up giving a guy. It's a little 3018. I used it a few times. It worked great. I ended up talking to somebody that had bought something from me a long time ago on Marketplace. He messaged me and I said, "Well, come on over, dude. I'll just give this to you." When I went to Comgrow's website, when I was going to sell it, I couldn't find it listed. So I didn't know what to ask. If it's not currently being sold, I can't charge half that price to resell it because it's not even sold no more. So I wound up giving it to the guy. So it all depends what it is, how old it is, and a lot of factors to consider. and people still continue to praise Bambus things. I think he meant bamboo, right? Yeah, I think Bamboo's a great company. I love their X1 Carbon. Their P1Ps are good. I haven't had them. I've only had an X1 Carbon, but overall, it's the best printer I've ever owned. But like I say, nothing is perfect. It's had the least amount of problems, least amount of headaches.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, Barbie's going in and out really good. She's got a nice clear path.
Wait,
if I insert,
Barbie's going in and out really good, huh?
If I insert into the top of Barbie here, and look, she
Insert
comes
the
out
top,
the bottom nice and clean. Yeah. Barbie is running smooth. Don't even need any lube in there. Okay.
I'm rubbing off on Tim with my wife cracks I make all the time. I try to indirectly say things.
Well, now comes the fun part of a mini stealth burner is we have to fit 3 fans and all the wiring in this little box. So I called it a box after the Barbie comment I just made. Anyways, we've made some good progress. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, Josh. I don't knock or put down any particular brand or type of printer or laser, whatever it may be. People buy what they can afford, and I've had many different types of products. And I won't say, well, this one's so much better, and if you buy that, you wasted your money. I would never say such a thing to anybody.
No,
I know you didn't imply that, but I know I've seen other streams where that's happened. And yeah, you buy what you can afford based on the knowledge you have at that time, and you do the best you can with it. And not everybody can afford to spend a lot of money on things. God only knows I haven't. It's like the SVO8. If you don't know, the community bought my printer for me. It's $569, and I asked for donations over about a 3-week period. And makers on my live streams donated to me, so I was able to buy it, and I really appreciate that. But
that was awesome.
I currently had to cut up all my credit cards. I don't have them anymore. I'm on a repayment plan with the company. I'm on a fixed income, and in 2 years, I get my Social Security, and then I'm going to be smooth sailing, I think, because I'll be getting a lot more money every month for the rest of my life.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Yeah. Well, they better be there. If the government does something with my Social Security,
I went on 65.
No, I'm not saying you're not going to get your Social Security. I'm just saying inflation is really not keeping up.
Yeah. You go to the store and you spend $100 for what? But if you go to the dollar store and spend $100, it's like you feel good because you got a lot of bags to carry out.
I'm just glad Dollar Tree is taking over the 99-cent only. Most of them, because
I think a bunch of them went out of business. I heard on TV.
Yeah, because like the one in like in Boulder City, you know, where my sister's at, that one went Dollar Tree. The one down at Marks and Sunset, that went Dollar Tree. So some of them, I'm not saying all of them, but some of them are going Dollar Tree. So at least it's not all lost, is my point.
Yeah, try not to buy stuff on impulse. A lot of people do that. I know I've done it. Something's on sale. It's a good deal. Everybody's talking about it. Do you need it? Do you have room for it? If you had it right now, are you going to be printing it every day, or are you happy with what you already got? You're like, well, I'd like to have it. Well, if you'd like to have it, leave the money in the bank or go buy more groceries. You know, you just got to be careful where you throw money, what you throw money at. Well, unless you got a lot of money to spend, you know.
But then also the dollar places, they're really good for buying stuff that we do. I mean, like those big PT mugs, you know, those big, you know, like big mugs. Hell, you can get those for like, you know, a couple bucks. You know, to try to engrave.
And if Bamboo should ever go out of business, and then we can't fix our printers, somebody will fix them on Thingiverse or Maker World. Well, Maker World will be gone, but yeah, printable. Somebody will have mods. Somebody will find a way around everything if you have to.
Always.
Well, like there was that firmware that came out. I don't even know what happened to that. I mean, it came around and all of a sudden, poof, now it's not even talked about anymore. That's, you know, that firmware that was on Bamboo. I mean, I didn't even get to check it out.
No, it had a special name.
Because I thought they were in talks to where they were going to give us an option to where if we wanted to, you know, use custom firmware.
Yeah, I'm happy using their firmware, everything on them. I'm sure China knows who I am, what I do, et cetera, already. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not a business that creates a product that I have to worry about them getting a hold of my files. I'm just a maker here in Las Vegas. People that run a business.
Okay.
Go ahead, Kenny.
I'm talking about firmware as far as features. Certain firmwares have other features that other firmware doesn't have. That's my point. You know. I mean, yeah, everybody already knows. I mean, my information is, I mean, hell, my information's in DC, my information is in the FBI, my information is in, you know, DA. My information's everywhere. Do I care? Hell no. Because what am I gonna do about it? Nothing. As long as somebody doesn't, you know, get my information and do an ID theft on me, I'm okay.
Yeah, I had a relative here recently tell me that, oh, you're on an FBI watch list because you have a 3D printer. I don't care. Come knock on my door off. Come have a beer with me. I could care less. I don't print anything that I need to be worried about from any government agency. I don't care. So,
and actually, if you look on government sites, it is still 100% legal to print, you know, blowers. It's
those
legal.
government sites should show my logo. What? It'll be more advertising. Maybe I'll get more subscribers. So,
blowers. PFUs.
Oh, really? Yeah. In Canada, it's 100% illegal.
Well, yeah, Canada. But you know, because I did look it up, and it's it's for right now it's still legal.
Yeah, that's what I heard, Josh. I don't know if it's true, but it's just hearsay. I didn't research it. It doesn't matter.
So that goes the opposite way. Oh, so
what?
What? Oh, no, I'm just putting these little fans in this little hot end is like, holy crap. I just want to make sure I get the blowers going the right way. I think that's right. Yeah. Okay.
So Barbie's hot end is getting OnlyFans?
Barbie's hot end. Oh, that's good. OnlyFans. She's getting 3 OnlyFans.
I hope they pay enough.
So here's what
that would be funny, Tim, for your thumbnail. You know how people have clickbait thumbnails.
Yeah.
You can have a little thing at the bottom that says, and she might wind up on OnlyFans. More people will click on your video. And then at the end of your video, say something about
and you know about OnlyFans how?
What?
I know what Jerry does in his spare time.
Oh, they've made it much easier in this version of the hot end. Look at that. Wow. That's the nice thing about the Voron design team is that they've, you know, these fans would be a nightmare to go in before because you got this one wire over here you have to run up the side and so forth. But boy, they've made it easy on this redesign. This is nice.
OnlyFans would have to pay for. I've never paid for any kind of a site like that ever. So no, I'm not on there.
Yeah, I can't. I haven't. Like I don't. Mine's private. I don't really advertise my OnlyFans page. So this blows. Now, when you have a fan like this, okay, here's a little fan. You have the label, and then you have the back side. Which way does the air blow? Does the air blow out from the label or in through the label?
Sometimes there is also an arrow on the one of the sides.
The label always goes in. If you're not sure, plug it in, see which way it's blowing. But
yeah,
you always want the label in the back.
You always want the label to blow in.
In the back where you can't see it.
Yeah,
it'll draw air in. It should push it out towards the label, but you can always plug it in and test it to make sure.
Yeah. Okay. That's just a little 5 volt fan, and so this one goes in. This is the hot end fan. So that
Jose says there's little arrows on it.
Yeah. Well, the only little arrow I see, the only arrow on this one, is there's an arrow on the back. You can just see near the top there.
Now,
There's an arrow that
imagine
shows
if-
the spin direction.
Imagine if that was on your hot end, you're looking at the front of your printer, it'd be drawing air in, and you would never see the label. It'd always be on the back side.
Always drawing air in. Yeah, that makes sense. So then I want the label to be on the inside. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool.
And then actually, if you reverse the wires, then it should spin it the other way.
That makes sense. It should, yeah. Oh, there's the wiring path in the drawing. Airflow. Orient the fan in such a way that the air is pushed into the cowling. You'll find small arrows on the fan indicating the airflow direction. No, you will not. The sticker side typically faces towards the hot end, which is what Jerry just said. Yep. I see. So they have that fan coming out the bottom like this. So this would go in. Oops. Except it's backwards. So this is going to go like, just like that. And then the front, we have that. And then the sides, we have that. And that. Man, this is much easier to work on than the other one was. Good. So now, all I do now is now is when I slip the hot end in. So, God.
Yep.
Are you ready for the hot end, Barbie? Sorry.
He's all going to take it in.
So we have the Dragon, which I didn't know I had. It was sitting in a drawer. It's brand new, never been used. So, and then this is the this little piece here. I don't know. It's sort of hard to see on the screen, but you can kind of see little gaps around the edges on both sides. Now, what this is doing is this is making this whole center part just barely flexible. Like I can flex it just a little bit. If you like, you know what I mean? Like that whole center part. So these little tabs are acting as little springs. Okay, so this is
Nice.
what's going to allow the tap to work on the nozzle. So a nozzle tap on the bed through this. So that'll be interesting to see how well that works. This is the not the probe, but the what did I call my thumbnail for my stream again? I lose words once in a while. But anyways, this is going to be the nozzle probe part. So this guy goes on to...
Barbie gets poked or something, you said?
Poke. Yeah, this is the poke probe. Thank you. So this kind of goes on here, and then this whole unit then sits in here where the hot end goes. And then basically what's going to happen is when the nozzle hits the bed, it's going to push up on that little thing. But I got some wiring to do. I've got to put some wires and stuff in here first. And some probe wires. And yeah, so I got to figure that part out next. So yeah, it's going pretty good. I'm happy with this so far. But I do a lot of this off stream because some of this stuff is really boring for a live stream, right? So, but yeah,
You know,
because I want to get this done.
remember I had a modem that kept dropping all the time. I was having trouble. Well, I got the company to finally swap out the modem. I got it installed. I got all my Alexas working fine with it, but I have an original Alexa behind me that has a speaker in the bottom. It's about a foot tall, and I cannot get that Alexa to connect with this modem that's identical to the other modem. It won't connect. I've had the app open on my phone. I got it. It's strobing orange, looking for a connection. I cannot get her to connect, but everything else now works fine. But I don't know why that original Alexa won't connect.
Oh, that's
driving me
weird.
nuts. So when I'm sitting there working on things, I ask her for measurements or conversions and things like that all the time. Well, I can't do that now because she can't hear me.
Oh. Well, that kind of sucks.
Yeah. My son said it's first generation. Maybe it's old bad. Something's wrong with it. Well, I don't know how to reboot it other than you unplug it for 5 minutes, plug it back in. I can't reset it. And it's on my phone. It just says offline. I can't get it to connect. I don't know. Did I deauthorize it? Not that I know of. I mean, I don't know. I just put it in whatever you call it. You push the button down to 15 seconds, It goes orange so it can connect, whatever they call it. Would you stop?
Pairing mode.
Yeah, pairing mode. And then I've noticed that on my TV in the bedroom all the time, now that I have the new modem, they don't drop carrier like it was, but it buffers a lot. So every time I'm watching a show, during an hour, it might buffer 4 or 5 times. It'll just start spinning. It usually only does it for 5 or 6 seconds, and then it keeps going. So, and I think it's at 2.4. One time my TV asked me to go to 5G, I'd get better signal, so I let it switch it, and it didn't help. I went back to 2.4. Which should be perfect for Wi-Fi in your TVs, and I don't know.
Right.
It ain't perfect, but it's better. I'm not dropping the internet for long periods of time. But I wish I could get my Alexa to work behind me. I shouldn't have to order another one.
Yeah, but we all know 2.4 is very congested.
So.
Then again, nowadays, so it's 5 because everybody's got that.
Yeah.
That's why that's why I like going hardwire if I can.
Yeah, I've Googled it and I can't seem to find an answer. It's telling me to do everything that I've already done. So, and I'm sure if I call Amazon and ask them, they're going to have to look through their book, their little flip book, and they're probably going to be just giving me generic answers to problems. So. That's how most companies do it.
And you're probably going to talk to the Philippines.
Yeah, or India. I can never understand people in India. I mean, they're speaking English, but I have trouble understanding their pronunciation.
Both times I've called for desert radiology, I swear I'm talking out of country.
Yeah. I ask people quite often.
Desert radiology, man. Damn.
Who am I talking to? One company, I don't remember who it was. They said, we can't tell you. I think that was eBay or somebody a long time ago.
Oh, too funny.
Who am I? Where am I calling? Who am I talking to? And they wouldn't tell me. I forget who it was though. I think it was an eBay problem a long time ago.
Well, a lot of companies outsource their support. We know that.
Yeah. I guess if we were those big companies, we'd probably do the same thing to save money. But you know, whatever. Yeah. It's what it is.
There's a call center over on Pilot. And I think Capital One, or there's a credit card company over there too. But at least back in the
Andrew,
90s,
how you doing today?
Back in the 90s, it was called CompuServe, or not CompuServe. The same company that ran Comdex and SoftBank. Anyways, but there was a call center there, and we did Adobe, Logitech, and I told you, Web TV. But yeah, everybody. Visionaire for scanners.
I used to get generic scammer calls all the time. This guy, he's from India or somewhere, would always call me, tell me I have a virus in my computer and you got to do this, you got to do that. And I'd hang up on the guy. I'd cuss him out. I'd done everything. After about a year, I recognized the same voice calling me back again. I told him, I don't have a computer. What do you mean you don't have a computer? No, I don't have a computer. Stop calling me. I don't own a computer. And I eventually got him to quit calling. I tell him I didn't have a computer. And that's not that far fetched because my brother, which is 60, he's born in 56, 4 or 5 of 56. I think he's 67, 68. He has never owned a computer, never wants a computer. He doesn't have cable TV. He doesn't have a smartphone. He has a cell phone, but not a smartphone. And he lives like he's in the 1920s. And I can't imagine not having internet and cable TV and all that. I really can't. Because everything I do is online. He don't play games. He works on his house. He builds stuff. Now he's half crippled and he still does it. Yeah, they're all scams, I think. Yeah. You're modeling a case for, I can't pronounce the word, but okay. PYN Gotchi or something. All right. Yeah, we've been streaming for 2 hours, 54 minutes, got 29 people watching. It's slowly dying off. And I'll probably be streaming for another 5 minutes. And we had nobody drop in from Earth. I really thought we'd have somebody pop in and show us around, but I guess got too busy. But I understand if you're at a show, last thing you want to do is jump into a hangout and say, here's what's going on at the show. Everybody say hi to Jerry. He's live streaming, got a bunch of people on. But usually it happens. And I appreciate it. If it wasn't for people watching and people dropping in, obviously I couldn't do what I'm doing. So I enjoy doing this every week. It's a Pi 02 with mod for the pet flight hacks. Okay. Yeah, I got 4 Pi 3Bs I tried selling during the pandemic. I still got them, and they're still for sale on Marketplace. I never have sold them. I used to have them hooked up on my computers, and I had Octoprint on every single one of them for each 3D printer, and I'd sit here instead of walking over there behind me to send files over and print with, but I don't use them anymore.
Oh, what a...
Yeah, I'm getting ready to go off here in about 5 minutes. I've been streaming for 3 hours. Yeah, each and every Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific, I go live on YouTube and Twitch for at least 3 hours. If we had 10 people on screen right now, I'd probably go 4 hours, but typically I stream for 3 hours.
Well, besides my clock and Porky Pig, that's about all I did. And Tim and his Barbie, I don't know, man.
Me and my Barbie.
I actually think he needs an intervention. Or can we just pray for Tim and that he gets help and
I don't know. I think I'm beyond help.
From a rat rig to a Barbie.
You know what? When you think about it that way, that's quite the step down, isn't it? Although I have everything in between. So,
well, I went from an F350 diesel dually jacked up to a Toyota Tacoma. That was really hard to get used to.
I'll bet.
That diesel dually, you'd have to be very careful to drive down the center of a lane and not being on the bumps on either side because that's such a wide wheelbase. And then the Toyota Tacoma was a very small pickup.
I drove for a while an HHR, and we all know what an HHR is. Basically, the Chevy version of a PT Cruiser. It's a wagon.
Uh-huh.
I was going to my niece's first grandmother's funeral in Arizona out by Bullhead, and there was a bunch of open fields, and I pulled out. I was in, like I said, an HHR, and I got taken out by a Prius.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, on the right, smacked me. Oh, and then the guy, he's standing there. All his airbags went off. None of mine did. He broke my A-frame. And like I said, he's standing there. I'm like, I got to get to, and I keep thinking, I got to get to the funeral because I was probably going to be a pallbearer, even though she was a bitch. I was there for the old man. Anyways, and then the guy claimed $50,000 on my life or my insurance for medical. He was standing there. And what got me on that curve about the HHR, because I went from a nice black Silverado pickup. I mean, it was nice. It had 5 CD changer, leather, both speakers. It was nice. And then the recession happened, and I lost my truck.
Jeez.
But then the HHR, I got taken out with a.
Take care, Montana Maker. Thank you for coming
with
by.
a Prius.
Thank you very much for the $20. I really appreciate the super chat. Thank you, my friend.
But now I have another truck, so we're good. And it's paid for.
That's always good.
Yeah. As long as nobody runs into me, I'll be fine. Yeah, that one was a bitch, man. My niece's grandmother, it was her dad's mother. Like, and then the old man, we were leaving to go outside, and he hit me up, and I couldn't tell him no, so I said, "Guess I'm a pallbearer." I knew it.
wonder if that was the Amazon I was waiting for. We just had somebody at the door. Someone is calling you. Let's see.
Oh, that's me. Sorry.
Amazon keeps having problems with my garage door, so I quit that noise. I don't know if you have that up in Canada where they can deliver into they open up your garage door and deliver in there, so you don't have porch pirates.
Yeah, I would never let Amazon or anybody in my garage if I wasn't around. They might steal something.
Well, they're supposed to be vetted.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, and plus I have a camera, right. I mean, my garage door opener has a built-in camera.
Yeah.
So if something came up missing, I'd be shooting
Well,
right
why,
to Amazon.
I wouldn't want to. Why put yourself in that situation where you got to try to report it and get it back and all that?
But we got to have some kind of antidote for porch pirates. Granted, I don't have that problem in my neighborhood, at least not yet. But that was their antidote, was you could have the service. But I quit it because they're having problems closing my garage door. You know, their system didn't work right because as soon as I go out there, I hit the button, it closes.
Yeah, one of my rollers and one of my cables on where I open it up manually, I got a code. If it rolls all the way, it's like the roller gets stuck, the cable hops the spool. When I go to roll it down, it'll come down crooked and break the door. So now when I roll up my door, I go up 3/4 of the way, duck slightly, and I don't go any higher. Well, the other day I accidentally rolled it up too high and it didn't come off the roller. It has been greased. I don't know why it's not working right. So I think the only thing I can do would be put the door down, take the tension off both springs, and then manually crank them both back up, because it must not be tensioned right on the one side. And that's why the spool isn't pulling it tight enough when the door gets high. And
I
it's
forget,
coming off
is
the
that a
roller.
solid door or is that panels?
This panels, yeah.
Yeah, make sure all your, because mine had to get serviced one time because I couldn't figure out what was going on. And all those hinges on all the pivot, they all got to be lubricated. Every one of those hinges on the panels. Hit them with lube.
All right.
I have two different stepper motors. I don't know which one's which.
Well, I've been streaming for 3 hours and 2 minutes. I think I'm going to raid out on Twitch.
Raid.
And we'll be back next Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific. I'm trying to find all my buttons here. We're going to raid in a maker deck. So everybody watching on Twitch, thank you for the donations. Thank you for the follows and the subs. I really appreciate it. And we're going to start the raid right now. Everybody, have a great day. Have a great weekend. And we'll see you next Saturday. Same time, same bat channel.
Yes. Thanks for the company today, guys, while I was working.
And the raid's going here in like 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Twitch is raiding out now. Take care, Twitch people. And everybody watching on YouTube, I hope you have an awesome day, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, guys. Take care. Later, everybody. Thanks,
guys all
everybody.
later.
Bye.
Appreciate it.